been submitted. Investors, like I told you, I don't know when you find me, but I told you that I was going to use my channel for Shedeur Sanders and for anybody in the community that needed my help. And as you can see, I'm standing on my word, and I'm not, oh gosh. And I feel really it's an honor for a time like this to already be established, monetized, and have a voice on YouTube where I can speak. Also, for anyone that come across this video, give my opinion on this commentary, because good gracious, some of the things that have been said on social media has been a disgrace. If Deshaun Watson is 1 for business purposes, Shedeur Sanders is 2 for talent, hey, I think we're still going to have a good winning record. And y'all, it's still going to go down in history, Cleveland Brown history, with the winning record that we're going to get this year if sports betting does not come and play a major part into this. But we're gonna continue to cover that. What's up, Justine? Where you been? They're asking for a Secret Service to get involved. Everybody is crying for Donald Trump to get involved. Listen, this is going to be one of the easiest cases to be overthrown and appealed. What you say, Mel? I was wondering about that. Usually you have a sentencing hearing, right? I thought that was strange and unorthodox. AI said it doesn't have it. AI couldn't give me one case where somebody was found guilty and sentenced in the same day. Hey, go out. If you're using AI, all right. This stars. Let's go ahead and start this right here, because we know this upcoming week is going to be a very good week for the NFL. The NFL. Oh, hold on. First of all, let me go ahead and let me start over. Let me slow down. Happy Father's Day to all of you fathers. Happy day. Happy Father's Day. Let me go ahead and get this right here. Go ahead. Happy Father's Day. And I definitely want to start this and give a sincere Father's Day. There is so many men in the community. Before this tragedy happened with Karmelo Anthony, it was so many men that came over here and showed me so much love. Wow, over here on YouTube, a woman that loves sports and to give sports commentary, and all the new gentlemen and men in the world that has subscribed to this channel. Thank you so much. So happy Father's Day to all of you. I know all the mothers, I give you your flowers, and I told the fathers that I definitely was going to come back and give you your flowers and love on you too. So happy Father's Day to all of you. And guess what? Just to let you know, over here we're gonna be talking about the latest Shedeur Sanders news. I gotta connect that with the Sorsby news, and of course I'm gonna be ending the live with the Karmelo Anthony call for justice. We are definitely going to continue to call for justice until something is rectified and until that young man is home with his family, out on appeal or appeal and mistrial or appeal and a dismissal. So let me say that again. Either we're going to get a appeal with a mistrial or appeal with a dismissal. And if it was up to me, it would definitely be a appeal and a dismissal. Okay, so I'm going to get you in here tonight and I'm going to get you out here tonight because I know tonight is Sunday and everybody has to go to work tomorrow. So let me go ahead and get it right. So in the first half of this live, I'm going to cover the sports segment. It's going to be a very short segment. It's going to be over Shedeur Sanders. Woo! The reason for this channel, he activated the community. And like I said in the beginning, I am going to keep my word. I'm going to use this platform for anybody that needs this. And such is the time for this. It is Karmelo Anthony. Okay. Then we're going to talk about Sorsby and the Big 12 lawsuit that he was able to finagle out of any NFL supplemental draft. And also information, also to all of the people that is watching this live and will watch this replay. If you have purchased the NFL Sunday ticket, the NFL Sunday ticket on YouTube, it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't assist anymore. So I put it like that. And then I'm going to talk more about it into this live. And regarding the news and legal political segment of this is what YouTube call it. That's when we're going to talk about the Karmelo Anthony case, the video, the facts, and the next step, and the perjury. The perjury portion of this right here that a lot of people, why isn't the trolls and the racists talking about the perjury that you might as well say the majority of 20 plus witnesses did make during this case? So we're going to talk about that. And y'all, guess what? I got something special for you. It's one of those cybersecurity terms, CSI terms. It's called mobile forensics. We even going to talk about this in this live right here. So just trust me. It's action packed. I'm going to get you in here and I'm going to get you out here. So I am going to keep you long, but I ain't gonna keep your rest. Go ahead. So, but happy Father's Day out to you. Happy Father's Day. Now, let's continue. This is why we're here. After watching the video, nobody can deny reasonable doubt at a minimum. And for everybody that has supported that video, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, let's keep going. And you know, this is why we hear justice for Karmelo Anthony. Last year and up to this case, we definitely have been fighting for Shedeur Sanders because the injustice that he experienced in the NFL. And if you don't know who this young man is behind my head, in 2026, this young man here in the jersey number 15, his name is Taylen Green. So I'm pretty sure you know that Karmelo Anthony was a star athlete. And this is also another young man that I was fighting for this year, because what they did to him in the 2026 NFL draft, what they did to Shedeur Sanders in the 2025 NFL draft, they did it to that young man in the middle his name is Taylen Green. Taylen Green is the version of Shedeur Sanders in the NFL draft. And if you didn't hear from him, the media, once again, buried him behind Mendoza, Ty Simpson, Carson Beck. They robbed him just like they robbed Shedeur. Now, isn't it funny that the media, in this case right here, why they're not pointing out all the inconsistencies and the distorted parts of the video? Boy, the media is playing big, major factors in these cases, especially regarding black males and the black communities. See, this is why they hate social media content creators and influencers, because you know what? We have opened up our own lanes where we don't have to depend on their perspective of any story. Down from the NFL, down to anything, down to the case of Carlo, our narratives and not just out of thin air, by looking at the same articles, the interviews, the documents, the videos, and we can say, no, you are totally wrong. This is exactly what it is. So trust me, I'm going to tie all this up to you. But that young man was railroaded in last year's NFL draft, and his name is right there, Taylen Green. Okay? Now, this is what I was beginning with. If you have NFL YouTube Sunday ticket, you probably go get a refund if you already tried to attend to purchase. If you've already purchased the Sunday ticket for this year, they have basically walked away from the NFL's deal. At one point before NFL landed a 5-game package, a deal for the NFL regular season games for 2026. Talks with YouTube and the NFL for the same set of games has progressed to long-form contract reviews. So what happened? It started when the NFL removed the Week 1 49ers-Rams game in Australia from the package. The NFL believed YouTube would still be willing to split the 5-game with Netflix, and still YouTube has pulled the plug. So if you have paid, right? Okay, going back into the article I read last time, for now, YouTube has a Sunday ticket package. The pending appeal of the $4.7 billion verdict in the antitrust lawsuit, which would become $14.1 billion judgment, would dramatically alter the Sunday ticket product. And that's the end of the story. But I wanted to bring that up. If you have purchased the NFL ticket through YouTube, you probably gonna get a refund. Basically, they don't have time for what the NFL is putting down, and I think the Department of Justice, like I told you a couple days ago, a verdict is going to be coming down any soon. So YouTube may already know what the writing is on the wall, and so if you have purchased that packet, you're going to get a refund. Now, why I keep bringing up this? Once again, if the United States Department of Justice is in the NFL's ASS regarding some pricings over some games, once again, you don't think that the Department of Justice cares about this case? Because if you don't know, the Department of Justice has a civil rights division. We're going to talk about this. Let's keep going. But hey, go on and find this article here and read up on it. And like I said, expect a refund, okay? Now, this is also what I want to talk about. Now, everybody knows, and I'm going to this is the first segment of the live. I'm just going to cover the sports, and then we're going to move into the Karmelo Anthony. But I have to cover this because I have such a broad audience. Now, regarding that NFL supplemental draft, hint, hint, the deadline is tomorrow. So you know where I'm going with this. Remember, they said that Shedeur Sanders had character issues and off the field issues, even though we know that Shedeur Sanders was squeaky clean. Well, the NFL, even though Sorsby have submitted his application, the NFL most definitely should deny his application. I did Google that. I did some research on that. Even though he applied, the NFL has the right to deny his application. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, this is why I'm bringing this up. If the NFL accepts Brandon Sorsby's application for the NFL supplemental draft, that means the lies that they told on Shedeur Sanders last year once again was because of his race. Shedeur Sanders had nothing on his behavior report card, nothing to report on to keep him from being a first round draft if they go ahead and draft Sorsby in that draft or accept his application. The NFL, and I'm trying to tell you, Shedeur Sanders, I know you only care about football, but you should also go ahead and file your own grievance and lawsuit against the NFL if they let Brandon Sorsby submit his application and if they approve his application. If they approve his application, that means Shedeur Sanders without a drop of a dime or a doubt. Because before Sorsby, we had reasonable doubt. See how this thing is tying up? But if they go ahead and allow Sorsby to submit his application and approve his application, guess what? And especially if they draft him by default, it was the race element. I like how the legal genre, the legal profession loves to say race element. That means that the race element played, and we already know this, but I got to put it out here on the streets. We already know that Shedeur Sanders' race and his father, the last name of Sanders, definitely irritated the NFL. But the NFL, I'm trying to tell you, you and your legal team will have more than matter of fact, the Department of Justice is already in the NFL's trash can. So this would be the time for the Shedeur Sanders and the Sanders family, if they want to, and I'm going to say, please do it, file something against the NFL, but I'm going to leave it like that. Now, regarding Dillon Gabriel. This is the one that Kevin Stefanski picked over Shedeur Sanders and told the world that he was better than Shedeur Sanders. We already know what last year's season went over, but the reason why I got Dillon Gabriel on the screen, Taylen Green, yes, that young man that I just said that the NFL railroad last year, Dillon Gabriel, that quarterback 3 position will be taken by Taylen Green. That's why Mary Kay Cabot, this is the second time I've seen this in about 2 weeks. She is worried about this young man. She already know the writings on the wall. Dillon Gabriel, it's time for you to pack up. I don't know where you're going to go. Kevin Stefanski didn't want you. We definitely don't want you in Cleveland. So I don't know what you need to do. But hey, Kevin Stefanski is the one that you need to contend with. And let me tell you one thing. To all of you Atlanta Falcons fans, my gosh, you have the devil in the building with Kevin Stefanski. I don't know what your season's going to look like. I'm just going to leave it like that. But you need to watch that man regarding that team. Kevin Stefanski, how could I say, what did Cam Newton say that Kevin Stefanski was? A main issue was, Kevin Stefanski cannot relate to black players. And now he's in one of the most blackest cities in America. So I wonder what that team record is going to be like. And the only reason I'm bringing this up, because if Kevin Stefanski doesn't like black players and definitely not black quarterbacks, what's going to happen to Michael Penix? I'm trying to tell you, y'all, for everybody that found me doing the Karmelo Anthony case, if you don't know what's going on, this is what I'm saying is the NFL, it is so dirty. And the things that we have found out over here, it is so scandalous. The Department of Justice is not just talking to the NFL regarding prices. There's so much dirt that has come out on the NFL. This thing is about to crumble in front of the world's eyes. So, hey, I just wanted to tie that in to you before we get to the Karmelo Anthony segment of this live. But, so if you haven't done it by now, make sure you go in and get your notes, your drink, and your vest, because we stay vested up over here 365 degrees. Okay, let's keep going. But Dillon Gabriel, you never supposed to have been drafted before Shedeur Sanders. Once again, the only reason you was drafted before Shedeur Sanders was because of your complexion. It definitely was not because of your talent, because you never even should have been drafted. But you, and then you had the nerve to treat Shedeur Sanders like that when all he was trying to do was be your friend on the sideline. I'm trying to tell you, it's okay. Karma's coming back to bite everybody. And this right here is just something regarding, hold on, let me go to my own slide. This right here, oh yeah. Yeah, let me go to the next one. Here. So this is what I was saying. Sorsby, the NFL, let me tell you one thing, NFL. If you don't reject Sorsby's application and push that through tomorrow, the NFL, all they got to do is amend everything that they're looking into regarding your business affairs and your NFL financial affairs. This quarterback here, this white man, you mean to tell me that the NFL, you are going to, if you accept his application, he fits your model of a franchise quarterback? Why? Just because he's white? When Shedeur Sanders is an upstanding young man, did nothing wrong, he confessed to have an addiction to gambling. And the NFL, you're about to let him in? Oh, I definitely want to see what team picks him up if that happens. And we already went over his metrics. He definitely does not beat out Shedeur Sanders in terms of talent or a character. He is a known gambler. And you think when he went in front of the court and he said he has an addiction to gambling, that he's okay, that he's not going to come into the NFL and gamble as a quarterback? When he did it over how many times? 4,000 times in college? Oh, hey, To all of my Shedeur Sanders fans, trust me, I got you. I have not forgotten about you. Right now, I'm just double vested because I'm focusing on this case, Shedeur Sanders, Taylen Green, and Karmelo Anthony. So just bear with me. But the devil is a lie. What, they thought that we're distracted? The NFL thought that we distracted. No, we're not distracted. No, we're not distracted. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, here we go. Let me go to the comments real quick. And to all of my day one investors, trust me, I haven't forgot about you. Hey, sis, on time. Let me see. Your day has been good. Yes, my day has been good. Yes. What's up, Slim 081? What's up, STP 1208? I'm glad y'all first day is rocking with me. Hello, Tony investors, and also happy Father's Day to all the mothers. Yes, okay, I got some day ones in here. Good evening, Miss Tony investors. Hope everyone had a relaxing weekend. I tried. Let me tell you one thing. I was not coming live. I put out a video snippet today, just a recap from my last live, and the way that those racists and those haters was going in that video and acting stupid. I said, let me go ahead and jump on live since they want my attention and go ahead and put some more truth out here about this video. So I had a relaxing weekend, but hey, let me go out here and continue this good fight on Sunday night. What's up, Justine investors? What's up? How you doing, Evelyn? Greetings, my sisters, just getting out of second service. Hey, I hope you sent those prayers up. Today was awesome as always. Happy Father's Day to the real ones. Hey, don't come over here. Don't you come over here, Evelyn. Don't you come over here. Evelyn, don't do that, Evelyn. Don't do that in the comments. Evelyn, I knew you was going to have something on the backside of that beautiful post. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord. And to Karmelo Anthony's father, listen. Hey, what's up? Hey, Blind Beauty Big Time. How you doing, sweetie? Hey, no corner tonight, okay? No corner tonight. But to the father of Karmelo Anthony, listen. I know you getting, from what I'm gathering, you had to move 8 times last year. And I really hate that happened. I wish you would have reached out to the right personnel to get that. But I understand the pressure that you was on. But no matter what, Mr. Anthony, you did the right thing as a father. You tried to put your kid and your family in the best situation that came back to bite you. So, Mr. Anthony, wherever you are, we are just a nation of strangers, an army of strangers that's behind you and your family. I know it was a tough time, what you went through over a year ago, and we're praying with you and your family. And we're definitely going to continue to pray and support Karmelo Anthony and your family. Just stay strong. Just stay strong. And this time right here, find the right lawyer and vet the right lawyer. You have already experienced what the wrong lawyer looks like. Mike Howard is the trash of the universe. But I'm hearing, and I've heard from another lawyer, when this case goes to the appeal court in Texas, and y'all guess what the Texas Court of Appeals at? It's in Dallas. So I just with that alone, and what the lack of what they call it, ineffective assistance of defense counsel, Karmelo Anthony, like I said, should be getting out expeditiously on appeal, either with a mistrial or a dismissal. So that's what we're here for. Now, this picture right here, and I also want to bring this up, tying this back to the Department of Justice, change.org. Change.org. You can sign the petition if you are comfortable with it. Justice for Karmelo Anthony. Help us to I got stumbled. Hold on. Petition the Department of Justice for a fair retrial. But I'm going to say an appeal and a dismissal, because what happened in Collins County, they should be afraid to retry that case, especially if the next judge and lawyer I'm going to say lawyer, especially if he had this way, put cameras in there and allow the media in there so we can listen to it, just like we did the O.J. Simpson trial. Collins County should be shaken if they do have a mistrial, because we get to hear all of the evidence and the testimonies and a right effective defense attorney do their job and ask the questions and put those witnesses back on the stand and say, well, why did you say this the week of June of 2026? You know what's going to happen? Perjury. Just by that video alone, and I'm going to keep hollering this, just by that video alone that we saw over the weekend, released Friday at close of business, wink, wink, they did that on purpose. Perjury, 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 and a reasonable doubt. So this week right here, and I'm going to declare this and declare and decree this. We should have and hear some major significance movement in the Karmelo Anthony case, because that video was the smoking gun that we needed. It did not show premeditation or intent to murder Austin Metcalf from Karmelo Anthony. But what it did show, premeditation and intentions from the Metcalf brothers and their friends. That's exactly what it showed. And this middle picture right here, if you don't know what this is, this is the actual hoodie, gray hoodie that Karmelo Anthony got arrested in. And isn't it ironic? It says essentials, fear of God. You don't got to believe me. Go back to the body cam. It says essentials, fear of God. The irony of it all. Just like Shedeur Sanders, I can definitely say, or I would like to assume, that the Anthony family is a Christian family, just like the Sanders family and Shedeur Sanders. And if you don't follow Shedeur Sanders, all Shedeur Sanders does and posts on his social media page is nothing about just God. Thank you, God, for everything. Shedeur Sanders is so positive. Thank you, God, for everything. Before Shedeur Sanders even started playing, he said, God, thank you for everything. He said, even though I don't understand the situation that I'm in, God, thank you for everything. And I'm pretty sure the Karmelo Anthony family is saying, God, I don't know your plan. I'm not going to lead onto my own understanding, but God, thank you. I know you're going to get us out of this. God knows everything. It's funny, in 2026, Shedeur Sanders is going to compete against every quarterback that they said was better than him last year and even this year. And this is the same year where we should see especially the state of Texas fall on his back for what is done to this young man and the injustice that they have placed against him. First degree murder should not have been the charge that they gave him. Matter of fact, it shouldn't even been no charge, but we definitely saw all of those bodies goes against him in self-defense. But 2026 for the NFL, they already in. Department of Justice is already in the NFL. And the justice should just pivot also, or create another special team to go down to Collins County and find out exactly and what in the hell is going on down there. Because that video, you can't tell me that the school, Frisco County School, whatever that school was, turned over that distorted video. And let's just say if it did, right? Let's just say if it did. You can't tell me that the media forensics, y'all, look at my eyes. You can't tell me that the forensics media expert, since he was able to put a circle around Karmelo Anthony, you can't tell me that he didn't have the software to straighten that up, all those pixelations. We ain't gonna believe that. We're in 2026. We're not gonna believe that. If we got drones that can fly over the house, if we got systems, AI systems that can talk to us in our house, you mean to tell me that software companies and forensics companies, CSI departments don't have software to do a reverse of distortion hold your drink and your notes. I'm gonna show you this right here. Hold one. They think we playing over here. Hold one. And then once again, I just want to show you this is the appeal that was signed by Karmelo Anthony on the 9th and filed on the 10th. And this is what we riding with. And this right here, this is Danny Purcell's. As of now, he is the, what did they call it? The court appointed appellate lawyer. If he still is, I don't know if the family has replaced him, but he is currently Karmelo Anthony's court appointed appeal lawyer. Okay. Now read this right here. Why I go to the comments, read this. The reason why I say this, let me go ahead and bring this down, because all Mike Howard had to do was bring up the Supreme Court's ruling. And if y'all think, once again, and I'm going to beat this in your head, if you don't think the federal government is not involved in this case or will not be called upon, look at this ruling. Why I go back to the comments. Let's see. Happy Father's Day. Yes. Blind Beauty, much love to you, babe. Much love to you. Not the NFL stunning. You know they stunting, honey. They had Deion Sanders up with his son and the way that they did Shedeur Sanders last year. Come on with it. Deadbeat. Oh, gosh. Evelyn, since you're day one, deadbeat dads have denied the faith. Who do they pray to? A man that does not take care of his own. He's worse than an infant. Let me, hold on. So people coming in don't think we talking about the Karmelo Anthony and his family. That's not the case. A man that does not take care of his own, he's worse than an infidel, is a non-believer, or worse than death. Loud and clear, Evelyn. I told them to discontinue my Sunday ticket, and I will subscribe next year. I have to see what they're going to do with Shedeur. I don't support none of the rest of the NFL. Y'all, listen. I had somebody reach out to me who is subscribed to a Carolina Panthers. What is it called? I can't remember the channel name. But y'all, they said that Jimmy Horn may be on the chopping block this year for the Carolina Panthers because of who they drafted this year. So I'll come back with that. Okay. But yeah, Jimmy Horn may be on the chopping block this year, y'all. My Lord. Please wipe your feet before entering the hitter. Yes, please hit the like button. Hit the like button on your way in or going out. Amen. What's up, Mita Lee? What's going on, Mita Lee? Many advertisements advantages. What's up, Destin? What's going on? How you doing, Danny? What's going on, people? Central Cali in the house. What's up, Danny? It's been a while. Remember, this is only two laws. Psalms 19:7. The law of the Lord is perfect, means complete. Titus 3:1. The law of Okay. Hey, Justina Slim, write those two down, please. Please. Good. Thank you, Evelyn, for that. People are going to go haywire for this guy in the draft. I know, Amber. The fix is in. Watch out, Tony on the hunt. Don't tell nobody to see about the tiger, Danny. Don't tell nobody. Let's see here. Number 2, legendary perfect timing, made over 50 million. Yes, last year, highest player ever. This is why the beast is big mad. Pete Rose was white, gambler, and bandit for life in baseball. NBA players are in trouble. That is true. Oh my gosh. They just think that they can just do black men and black women any way they want to in this society. Even if they're doing right in school, even in professional sport. And y'all, we must continue to push back. And we will push back. We have to make the wicked uncomfortable in order for the righteous to Facts. Satan himself. Little Dollar General Dylan Gabriel is not an NFL quarterback. Period. NFL not for long. those millions Dollar General got, the beast will collect it back. Facts. Back to Rich. Oh gosh. What's up, Mita Lee? He addicted. Yes, he is addicted to gambling. Yes. I bet he bet on his own team. He can't be trusted. You are so right. Yes. You're right, Embo. He can't be trusted. What's up, Lady PC? How you doing? What's up, Peter Supernatural? That's what I'm saying. My Vestas are in here. Let's see right here. Karmelo family is they need to be supporting you YouTubers for breaking into the case like you have. So that actually question was raised today. Let me see. Maybe she got no other. Okay, good. I don't have nothing else regarding football. I should have went to the actual comments before I moved on to the Karmelo Anthony case. So what I'm hearing, because that question was raised to a Texas lawyer in Texas, the question was raised in a 6-hour live stream from a content creator called No Captivity with Freezy. 6-hour live. So Freezy and Lakeisha, she's currently on, and hopefully all the trolls and the haters are over there, so we can just focus on the information. The question was raised: does the Karmelo Anthony know exactly all of the information that we are talking about online? So this particular lawyer, his name is Christopher King. Okay. He stated that he doesn't know the Anthony family directly, but he does know this. He does know that there are many lawyers. The right lawyers are in their ear and talking to them. And he said, if the Anthony family does not know what content creators are doing and finding out, they said before that appeal, once it goes to court, they say they will know every fact. So I'm pretty sure that some information is getting to the Anthony family, and I'm pretty sure in their hearts they are aware of what we're doing and what we're fighting. Because let me tell you one thing. If Collins County, hold on, let me play this. If they said this, wink, wink, I know that the Anthony family knows exactly what's going on in social media. Let me go and play this clip right here that I found off of, and all credit to No Captivity with Freezy. 6-hour long video, and I just happened to capture this morning. Here we go.
But I'm confident. I know how trials should work. I went to school for this shit. I've done them.
Absolutely.
So I've got some of the video. I got a drawer full of videos right here from trials and hearings that on VHS I need to convert, right? Yeah. So it's kind of like you look at this and you say, what happened here? I just really can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it. And that's why I said, look, Mike Howard, if you are listening to this, which I'm pretty sure you are, or some of your minions are listening to this, and Eddie,
you really need to listen.
Your soul, let me straighten my mellow tie, okay? Your soul is on fire. You cannot make a deal with the devil and live.
Could you repeat that? You cannot make a deal with the what?
Your soul is on fire, and you cannot make a deal with the devil and live out the rest of your natural days comfortably. Eventually, it's going to eat at you. I can't believe it. And that's why I said, look, Mike Howard, if you are listening to this, which I'm pretty sure you are, or some of your minions are listening to this, and Eddie,
you really need to listen.
Your soul, let me straighten my mellow tie, okay? Your soul is on fire. You cannot make a deal with the devil and live.
Could you repeat that? You cannot make a deal with the what?
Your soul is on fire, and you cannot make a deal with the devil and live out the rest of your natural days comfortably. Eventually, It's going to eat at you. Other people will know what you did. You will be ostracized, and properly so. So my recommendation is that you straighten up and fly right now.
Yes.
And elocute to the truth, so that Karmelo can get his habeas or whatever appeal it is he needs.
Yep.
To get out and either have this case dismissed.
Yes.
Or tried again before a competent venue with adequate representatives of the law.
Wow. That's awesome, man. And I think that needed to be said. If Eddie is watching, Eddie, we just want you to do the right thing. We don't want you to live with this, Eddie. We don't want, because let me tell you something. This type of thing can torment someone. I want y'all to understand this. People change as they get older.
Yes.
You don't think the same at 17 as you probably will at 35. I'm telling you, this could haunt Eddie. It would haunt a lot of people. And I think what our brother attorney Christopher King just shared with Eddie, and not just Eddie, other witnesses that took the stand that said that Karmelo was the aggressor. Right? 21 witnesses corroborated this.
And maybe not 21 in total, but enough.
Enough. Not 21 in total. Thank you for the correction. However many it was, that message goes to you too. You don't want to live with this.
Whoo! Okay, so that was that first clip. So if you don't know who Eddie is the young man that is said to have called Karmelo Anthony over to the tent. Okay, but when it came to court, Eddie is the same one that's supposed to have been friends and actually was Karmelo Anthony's friends before this incident. Well, Eddie got on the stand and basically said that he didn't know Karmelo Anthony like that. Say what, Tony? So let me go ahead and say this again. There is a young man at the time of the event that was very close friends with Karmelo Anthony. And for the troll that brought that up today, that, all the witnesses said this and that, and you had the nerve to bring up Eddie, but you didn't know that Eddie and Karmelo Anthony was friends before the incident, and all of the exhibit A's and X in evidence 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It was so many pictures that came out that showed that Karmelo Anthony and Eddie were best friends. They got pictures of Karmelo Anthony hanging out with Eddie's mother, father, in Eddie's room playing the guitar. Y'all. So if they got to Eddie, where it was proof on social media that they actually was friends, and Eddie has turned into that Judas, just imagine all the other, and if you don't know what I'm showing here, look at the document on the left-hand side. That is a list of all the, let me go ahead and move my picture. That is a list of all the witnesses in the stands that we go to take a screenshot. I don't care. I don't mind, because public police records, as long as you have the case number right, you can go ahead and request these documents. And they did redact all of the students that was in the stand that Officer Craig Thomas interviewed us, spoke with that day. Let's see here. Do y'all see the record number arrest report? Because the beginning of this arrest report, and I have multiple documents, okay? Multiple documents. At the top of this right here, if you can't see it at the top of the screen, the arrest record number is 2500829. And as you see in these particular two, and tonight I'm only gonna post two, you actually see how can I say it, statements from Officer Higgins Andrew, Officer Craig Thomas. He's the one that listed all of these students from Liberty High School Boys track, Liberty High School girls track, Memorial High School boys track, and Frisco's High School's boys track. So listen, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but let me go to the other side. It says Officer Shalis Jacob. You see his statement there. Then you see Officer Pemberton Kyle. You see his statements there. And then you see Officer Newton Justin. So, hey, we already know that the witnesses have lied because of the video, and that was the smoking gun that the defense is also going to use. Not Mike Howard. I'm pretty sure Mike Howard is on the run. Okay, and let's also Christopher King. Shout out to you, brother, because guess what he also said that's going to come up in the appeals case, right? We will be able to find out how much exactly Mike Howard charged the Karmelo Anthony family for that. How can I say this without being unprofessional? That so-called lower defense. I'm gonna keep it clean. That so-called legal defense that they gave Karmelo Anthony, where it was Mike Howard that actually stood up after the verdict and said, "Judge, I want to go ahead and request for immediate sentencing." That was Karmelo Anthony lawyer that stood up and said that. And to thank to you, Queen 88, off of No Captivity with Freezy live last week. It was Mike Howard that stood up immediately and said, "Judge, can I go ahead and move for an immediate sentencing?" Collins County is about to catch fire. But go ahead. As a matter of fact, I'm going to come back to this because I think some of the officers too, they're just giving their account of the day. But go ahead, take screenshots. Go ahead and take screenshots while I find this other clip about what Collins County. Going back to what you said, I think, let me see what you said. And I agree with everybody that came under there. The family is doing their best at a time like this. But trust me, I'm pretty sure they know, because if Collins County know based off what Christopher King is about to say, the Anthony family knows also. Let me play this.
This whole case just stinks to high hell.
So
and they never thought. They never thought when they started this process. They had no idea of the people I mentioned at the outset.
Yeah,
people like you, people like me, other attorneys I'm linking up with. They never, in their wildest dreams, thought that this would happen, and now they don't know what to do.
Absolutely. I'm gonna show you this right here. I just need to let me screenshot this.
Did you hear? The question was, and it was asked, does the Karmelo Anthony family know exactly what social media is doing? So I didn't get that part of the question, but that was his response. Collins County, nobody thought this case would get that much attention, and they don't know what to do behind the scenes. They be in Collins County. Oh my gosh. We here for this right here. This year, this week right here, I promise you, we should hear some major updates. This regarding his appeal. And guess not. If we don't hear anything, that means that the appeal lawyer and the family's new private attorney is doing the right thing behind the scenes, taking their time, making sure they cross every T and dot their I. So please be patient with the family and with and the process behind the scenes. And as long as we're getting words that Karmelo Anthony is fine behind those prison walls and jail cells, we just need to be patient. But I'm pretty sure, based off that video release right there, any appeal lawyer, just based off that video, reasonable doubt, mistrial, reason being, this video right here shows proof that Karmelo Anthony did not have the premeditation or the intent. He actually arrived at the tent before those boys, and he didn't know those boys were going to walk there. So how can he premeditate anything without knowing that? He's not y'all just hold one. But go ahead and Kylo didn't kill Austin, and when the truth come out, guess what? They all are going to blame Eddie. I agree with you. Listen. Hold on. Hold on. I want to play this right here. This is my theory. And I said this in one of the last lives. I'm almost done with my slides, so that's why I'm giving. Yeah, guess what, y'all? I really only got 3 more slides. So yeah, let me go ahead and play this for you. This came off of my last live. This is my theory. Hold on, let me upload this video. There it is. Hold on. I want to know because you have to. There is a cause and effect. What made Karmelo Anthony jump out of that tent? We saw multiple bodies push from the front to the back and to the side. And like I say, I'm going to say it again. Wouldn't it be ironic that Hunter Metcalf and Austin Metcalf had sandwiched Karmelo Anthony between themselves? Austin pushes Karmelo into Hunter. Hunter, once he said this, I didn't see the knife. That means that if you didn't see the knife, that means that Karmelo Anthony's back was to you. And when you pushed him towards your brother, because y'all really thought that y'all was about to double team that young man out in them stands, one that pushed him into Austin. It was your push and your power and your weight that pushed Karmelo Anthony into your brother with that utility tool. That's my theory. When that pushing, when they whoever sandwiched Karmelo Anthony in those stands, they didn't know that Karmelo Anthony had already picked up a tool to zealots. I told you I'm going to continue to say that word, multiple assailants. And whoever was pushing and beating on Karmelo Anthony, they didn't see how quick his hands was. And when they started beating on Karmelo Anthony from the right and the left and started pushing that young man, he drew it quick. And whoever pushed him into Austin is the one that actually gave that fatal puncture wound, which is what they called from the medical team a puncture wound, not a stab. They the one that did harm to Karmelo Anthony. Okay, I'm gonna say Austin Metcalf. It was not Karmelo Anthony. It was not Karmelo Anthony. It was who pushed Karmelo Anthony into Austin to defend himself or trying to scare them away. But it was the push. It was the push into Austin that killed Austin. It wasn't Karmelo. So I agree with you there. I know. Here we go. So Eddie, and then there's some people saying that, coming back to your point, some people is saying that Austin and Hunter was side by side, and guess who they said was behind Karmelo Anthony? They said it could have been Eddie. God dang, Eddie. God dang. Good gracious. I listened to this yesterday, and what this attorney said during the interview was amazing. Yes, he was. Yes, it was, Lady E. Warning, Jesus is coming. Are you saved? Have you been born again? Yes. Every individual person has to have that conversation with God. Amen. Amen. Because as a time like this, we are living in the end times. And guess what? Righteousness, as the Bible says, will win. Y'all, what if we are part, oh my gosh, of the remnant, the last remnant on earth? Oh my gosh, that stands up for righteousness. What if we was destined, and I believe we was destined for a time like this? There is too much wickedness, evil, satanic things in the world. This is probably the battle of good and evil. Y'all, We'll never know. We'll never know. Not even the angels in heaven knows the date of the end time. But if it's tomorrow, I'm so glad I'm on the side of the righteousness, not being a perfect woman at all. But I'd rather be on this side trying to be righteous than to be on that side of the wicked any day of the week, any day. So thank you for that. Thank you for this. Thank you for this, Clara. Thank you. Everybody has to look at and yes. Okay, John Roach Sr. was a Collins County DA before Greg Willis took over in 2011. GM Skinner works as a prosecutor under which Roach Sr. becoming the sheriff. Okay, hold on. Now these some names I will look into. GM Skinner. Yeah, I heard. Okay, I know about Greg Willis and John Roach Sr. Gotcha. Thank you. John Roach Jr., John Roach Sr. son is the 296th district judge and veteran court. I heard about that. I heard about this on I think Lakeisha Keisha. So yes, I know part of that, but I didn't know about John Skinner, Jim Skinner. Greg Willis DA office prosecute cases before John Roach Jr. Bill Wishel first to say, yeah, I remember that name too, also in the Karmelo Anthony case. Thank you. Is Willis second assistant DA Whisker Roder and Toby Shook previously worked together as a special prosecutor? Yes. Laura B. Roach was publicly identified as one of Ken Paxton's. Really? Really? So if y'all don't know who Laura B. Roach is by the last name, you should be put two together. So that is John Roach's wife. That's also was brought up on Lakeisha Keisha. So thank you for that information. Now, why is this significant? Well, if it was the Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton that sealed and suppressed the video last year, well, guess who wife was working in, right? His lawyer in his office. That's John Roach's wife. Man, this thing right here is so deep, but that's okay. It's not deep enough where they can hide anything. Y'all, they thought that we was not intelligent enough, even though it's just a web of, I know this person and this person, I can do this and I can cover this. They don't know how powerful God is, that power that God is ripping all of these, exposing everything and all of these relationships and conflicts of interests. Y'all, listen, the Texas AG, you can't tell me that if the Department of Justice reached out to him to find out why he even suppressed a video, and y'all, hold on, suppressed a video that can acquit Karmelo Anthony. Oh my gosh. What Tony Talks vested up, what you talking about? Hold on. Thank you for this right here. Hold on. Let me go through this comments. It's not that left. Hold on, that many comments left. It didn't end well for Judas. You right about that. Let's see here. They blame not only Eddie but Hunter too. That's right. Maybe the other two participants. That's right. Everybody. Hey, guess what? In Texas and in any law, it's called a commission of a felony. So if you go in with the intent to harm somebody and someone passes away, it's called commission of a felony. You're right. Eddie, Hunter, and anyone else. They put their hands on Karmelo Anthony. And also, I forgot to pull this up, so I want to go ahead and insert this right now. Okay, listen, I want you to go, if you haven't saw this part of that video, that doctored, selected, edited, tampering with evidence video, I want you to go back and watch this if you haven't. And I caught it last last night, and I was going to bring it to you. Some other people, so the word is getting out regarding this, and then Avesta, a new subscriber, also brought this up to me. Go back to that video, same time, at the same time, and y'all, this is why I think the autopsy has not been released. They're hiding something in that autopsy. We already know that Austin Metcalf allegedly had heart conditions, because that puncture wound was only 2 inches long. That's it, y'all. Yeah, I know you're gonna bleed and everything, but it's only 2 inches right there. Just 2 inches. That's all it was. Probably about the it's probably shorter than this, my finger right here, right? And the blade was 3.5 inches long. So the whole entire blade didn't even get inserted into Austin Metcalf. So wow, if he was intended to murder him, he didn't even stick the whole entire blade into his chest. So this is what I'm getting at. Go back to the video. At the same time that Karmelo Anthony is running down the bleachers and Austin is falling down the bleachers, you're going to see somebody dart from under that tent and go directly to the trash can. Now, in the beginning, it was believed that when that figure was running down from those bleachers, they was going to give chase to Karmelo Anthony. No. Go back to that video. Once Karmelo Anthony takes off to the left and Austin is falling at the same time, the movement is like this. Once Karmelo Anthony is going to the left and Austin is going down at the same time, there's going to be somebody cat in the corner going down the bleachers at the same time and heading to a trash can. Y'all, I really believe that whatever got dumped in that trash can was illegal substance. You know that it is rumors going around that allegedly, because I haven't seen the autopsy and it has been sealed, so we can only go off theories. Well, it is alleged that Austin Metcalf was under the influence. But let's just say if he wasn't under the influence, somebody under that tent could have been under the influence, because what was it in somebody's possession that they had to discard it? They didn't run after Karmelo Anthony, and the person didn't even go down and see what was wrong with Austin. They ran directly to the trash can. Y'all, oh my God. You mean to I wonder if the and I need to go look through these officer statements to see if they even combed through the trash can, because that whole entire scene should have been roped off for investigation, just like they do of CSI. The trash cans, every piece of trash can. And y'all, I really don't even think that knife is not the weapon, because two officers, Officer Cortez and Officer Riley, testified that the weapon that killed Austin or was used in self-defense against Austin was a utility tool. It wasn't a knife. So hey, they got a lot of explaining to do. What's up? What's on 420? What's going on? Judge John Roach Jr. and Sheriff Jim Skinner are connected through Valor. Gotcha. Thank you for that. I will be looking him up since he's a sheriff. Roach is listed. Yes. I saw all of this on Lakeisha. Roach is listed as the Veterans Court presiding judge and Valor program director, while Skinner sheriff office helps operate the site. Listen, this whole thing is about to shake. Collins County, let me tell you one thing. This y'all, we probably won't even believe what's about to happen. And also, because this question was so badly presided over, I'm pretty sure all the other cases, after this case is resolved, will be under scrutiny. Oh my gosh. And what if it finds out that it's been other black men done just like this and lied on in court to get a guilty verdict? So yes, Thank you so much for this information. This is my second time seeing this. Straight guilty, but too much time. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know. He's not straight guilty because Judge Roach, he overcharged him, and the prosecutor. And I'm sorry, not Judge Roach, but you know who I'm saying. The prosecutor overcharged him, and by Texas law, Karmelo Anthony had the right to defend himself. So the only ones that was guilty of premeditated attempted murder and intent was the Madcap brothers and the boys. Because if you don't know, and it seemed like the prosecutor didn't know, that Karmelo Anthony had epilepsy. And if he would have been killed in that fight, the Madcap brothers, they probably still would have came up with some type of lie about the reason why they had to brutally beat Karmelo Anthony. But if they would have killed Karmelo Anthony with epilepsy, I wonder what Collins County would have did then. They probably would have swept it under the rug. But look at God. But look at God. Karmelo Anthony. Because of Karmelo Anthony's situation, so much is about to be exposed. So much is about to be exposed. So no, he is definitely not guilty. Self-defense, self-defense, self-defense. He is definitely not guilty. Hell to the no, no, no. He's not guilty. Hunter knows exactly right, and that's why I didn't subpoena him. Now, I was thinking, right, because everything happened when they were 17. Doing this case because when the incident happened last year, Karmelo Anthony was 17 and the twins was 17. Now, and then Karmelo Anthony turned 18 in May of last year. So that means that the twins, well, at least one of the twins, by now, if they're not 19, because Karmelo Anthony turned 19 last month, the twins is at least 18. So Hunter Madcap wasn't even a minor when this trial happened. Why wasn't he subpoenaed? You know why? So many people have caught him in lies in that interview that he did last year. They should have kept quiet, but because they feel like they had the right to beat on Karmelo Anthony, they felt like they had the judge in their pocket, the prosecutor in their pocket, and even the damn defense attorneys. They got on camera comfortable enough to lie, and their lies have caught up with them. That's why they didn't even subpoena Mike Howard. We already know now, knowing what we know, we already knew that the prosecutor wasn't going to subpoena Hunter Madcap. But why, Mike Howard, why didn't you subpoena Hunter Madcap? You were bought off. And that's not allegedly. You didn't object to only one thing out of the whole entire week. And the family said, after the verdict, the mother and the father, the interview that they did on the Breakfast Club with the beautiful sister, I can't recall her name. They said, the first thing they said, we feel like we've been set up. Yes, Anthony family, you were set up. And because the Anthony family was not familiar with Texas, so you got Mike Howard sitting on this side of Karmelo Anthony, and you got Toby Shook sitting on this side of Karmelo Anthony. And if you don't know why that is like sitting between hell and a fireplace, it was Toby Shook. It was Toby Shook. Yeah, that was either he was the defense attorney, or maybe the prosecutor. But either way, he was tied into letting those two white gentlemen get off scot-free in Texas from Jasper County when they drug our brother Bird behind that truck, and his body was dismembered on that highway. It was Toby Shook that was involved in that case that allowed those two men to get off scot-free when James Bird got tied up in the middle of the dark and drove 6 miles behind a truck going over 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. It was Toby Shook that got them off when the pieces of James Byrd was laying on that ground. And the forensic evidence showed that the DNA under that truck belonged to James Byrd. Of those two white men that Toby Shook got off scot-free, and the Karmelo Anthony didn't even know they was talking to the devil that got James Byrd killers off scot-free. Karmelo Anthony. Oh my God. Whoo. Great, but the push, whoever pushed Karmelo Anthony into Austin is the one that put the utility tube blade into Austin. It wasn't Karmelo Anthony. You can save that lie. You can save that lie now because we've seen the videotape. See, before the videotape, all we had was thoughts and theories and the account of the people, I call them the original 50 that saw the videotape. No. All then we can only imagine what they saw based off their account. But even after seeing that distorted video, the devil is a lie. Whoever pushed Karmelo into Anthony put the object into Austin's chest. That is the one that needs to be on a trial if they want to convict somebody of murder. We are definitely looking at ourselves, and we're patting ourselves on the back because we're not standing for this no more. We're definitely looking at ourselves because you know what? It's going to take us to call out these injustices and expose exactly what we're doing right now. We are building a network that the world never saw coming for a time like this. We are looking at ourselves to continue to apply pressure for righteousness to be over the black community. We are looking at ourselves and saying we got to take this on our chest and do the right thing by our current generations and our future generations. We are looking at ourselves because we're going to put this. Oh, I almost cussed. You just wait and see. Greg Willis fits through the DA role. Okay. Fits in through the DA role. Amanda Garcia, the Veterans Court Valor Program Manager, reviews applications and submit them to the county DA for initial approval. Okay, this is what we're doing. You know what? Once again, since y'all talking, since I don't believe that the federal government will get involved, you know what? I'm glad y'all are continue to put this in the chat because actually this is good. So if they're doing things illegally through Valor, and with me being a veteran myself, that means that the Department of Veterans Affairs need to actually start investigating what type of applications have been going through the offices. Maybe the Department of Veterans Affairs also need to be contacted because also Department of Veterans Affairs has an anonymous 800 numbers. If you suspect anything or anybody is acting illegally regarding, how can I say it? How can I say it without saying too much? If you suspect anything going wrong in any terms or any offices that works for veterans, there is a anonymous 800 number where you can call and say, hey, I have a concern. What's going on in Collins County? Valor's is the name of the business. I think they may be doing something illegally. I don't know, but I got a feeling that they're doing something illegally down there in Collins County. And VA, I don't want to. I'm calling in terms of being anonymous. I'm not going to give you my name or my number or my contact information, but I definitely think somebody needs to go to Collins County and look into exactly what Valor is doing, and also they can subpoena their records. I'll leave it like that. But thank you. You see where I'm going? Oh my gosh, look at the haters just ran out the room. All the haters just ran out the room when I brought up the Department of Veterans Affairs. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, they're leaving the room. Oh, y'all. Everything else I keep to myself. Oh, that number dropped quick. They said, oh, hell. Uh-huh. And I think when I said at the federal government, I'm not just talking about the U.S. President office. I'm not. There's so many different departments under federal government. A lot of people don't think about, such as the Department of Justice. I continue to say their name on purpose. I'm talking about the Departments of Veteran Affairs. I'm saying their name on purpose. I'm talking about the Civil Rights Division under the Department of Justice. I'm saying their name on purpose in the algorithm. I'm saying multiple assailants on purpose. I'm saying legal terms on purposes because I know what the algorithm is doing to these words. And that's why when you're in these chats, use the right words so the algorithm can start getting pings on the words, such as Department of Veterans Affairs for Valor, such as Department of Veterans need to investigate Valor in Collins County, such as the Department of Justice definitely need to do at least an informer inquiry of the Karmelo Anthony case. Do you see what I'm doing? Do you see what I'm doing? Catch on. Come on with it. Hunter needs to tell the truth because he know what happened. Yes. Boy, them haters ran out. Oh my gosh. And if I knew that I had to get them out of that, all I had to say this and they ran, I would have said this earlier. Don't trust what you hear on your own. Don't trust what you hear. Yeah, do your own research. That is true. I will say that. You're talking. I'm talking nonsense. Oh, I'm talking nonsense. I wonder, are you still in the room, CMP? Are you still in the room? Or were you the one that just exit left when I started dropping knowledge? Oh my gosh. He probably the one that just dropped knowledge. He said, the mother, wow, a wag job? Hey, if you ran out of this room when I started saying what I said, I bet you know now I ain't no wag job, baby. What? Oh, watch this, y'all. Watch this, y'all. Watch what I'm about to bring up. YouTuber Council Gray is showing the other video live right now. Okay, I'm definitely go. Thank you for that. YouTube Council Gray. I never heard of Council Gray, but okay, let me go ahead. I'm gonna finish this right here. You know I'll be back tomorrow because if the haters got time and the racists got time on Sunday, I definitely got time. The judge has decided to retire. I heard about this immediately after the verdict. Yes, Destin. While the Metcalf is getting rich off the GoFundMe. Listen, let me tell you one thing about that GoFundMe and the Metcalf. When this comes out that the father orchestrated all the witnesses to lie on the stands, they will be paying restitution to the Karmelo Anthony family, along with the state of Texas and along with Collins County. There is something called restitution. And trust me, Metcalf family, the mama and the daddy, they got two separate GoFundMe, but we can't even have one GoFundMe for the Karmelo Anthony family. But guess what? You know what? Have y'all noticed? Wink, wink. Have y'all noticed? There's not even a talk about the Karmelo Anthony family GoFundMe. I think that situation has already been handled. Wink, wink. Okay. Amen. But you're right by that, Destin. Learn how the appeal process works before discussing. Let's see here. North Texas Region Veterans Court. Well, let me tell you one thing. They ain't bigger than the Department of Veterans Affairs. They're definitely not bigger than Department of Veterans Affairs. No. Karmelo didn't kill Austin, and they know this. Yeah, they definitely know this. We need to see the real weapon. Yes. Valor Pod at Collins Detention Facility, Cashman. Man, let me tell you, man, don't let the Veterans Affairs start open up their own investigation. Man, they gonna scatter. Adult probation supervisor treatment center. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna come back out of the line and write all these notes. A trial with no physical evidence and actually no video to show nothing. And the jury found this young man guilty. Good gracious. Who are the pastors? I'm not sure about that. The research was done. It's the battle between good and evil's facts. Come on, Robbins. Come on. Hey, Tony. What's up? Hey, how you doing, Pink Girl Candy? I heard Roach also the voice. Damn. He's all in their business. Good gracious. Gosh. Whoa. Whoa. I need to. Oh my gosh. I would not and have not been fooled by the mad calf ass calves from day one. Come on with it, Dave, baby. Come on with it. Jack Roach, the judge's son, played against the Metcalf brothers. He went to Plano High School and worked with his mother as an intern. Oh my gosh. Oh, the nuggets that's dropping out in this lot. Oh, come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Okay. I definitely take notes. I'll be watching my own replay tonight. God. Woo. Hold on, let me see, everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody. Oh my, and that's why, y'all, believe it or not, this is not going to be such so complex as we think it is, because everybody's tied to everybody. It just looked like a big whale. Just one big whale. And they all in the same place. Y'all, this case is just going to appeal, and also the investigation that the federal government should do. Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, y'all, this is gonna be easy because they in the same place. And the web, they think that the web is big, but dang, they didn't even cover their tracks. Good gracious. What do you call the pointy thing that it is a knife? I'm not saying that the pointy thing on the utility tool is a knife. If it's definitely not that knife that they put out there and tried to make us believe that was the knife. I'm not saying that the utility tool did not have a knife. I'm saying that the utility tool blade was only 3.5 inches long, and let's just say it was the blade that they found and they showed as Exhibit 1 in the police pictures. It only went 2 inches deep. It only went 2 inches deep. I really think that whoever pushed Karmelo Anthony put that tool in Austin's chest. He was pushed. And first degree murder was definitely not proven by that video. Karmelo Anthony did not premeditate or had the intentions of killing nobody today. Just by that alone, the appeal should be expedited because they overcharged him. If they would have just did their job, matter of fact, it wouldn't have even been the trial. So it is what it is. I figured something wasn't right when I saw it. Right, Candy? Right, Candy? Yes, on news showed a utility knife on YouTube. Right. And the police officer said too. Officer Cortez and Officer Riley, they said it was a utility tool. Hold on. This also was one of Freezy's guests, Queen 88. Hold on. I still got it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I got so many clips. Hold on. It had to be this night here. Let's see here.
Verbatim, but he based that's what he was saying. Like he can't go. Like he can't. Like I'm sorry, y'all.
Well, this is what stuck out to me. You said that Michael Howard said, because remember, we on the outside, we over in fight.
So this is a different one, but I'll find the right one. But listen to what she said in court, because she was in court. Queen 88. She was in court the day of the trial. She is the sister with the hair, long hair, right? Listen to what she said in the trial. Then I'm gonna find the video. What she said about the utility tool.
We on that side, you on that side. So it's like every time somebody step out, we try to run up there and get something out of them, you know?
Yeah.
So you see that Michael Howard said to go ahead and move forward with the sentencing, because we outside like, what the? I didn't know that until you just said that. We outside what? Listen, damn, he just got convicted. What you doing?
Yeah.
He didn't know.
He said he just, just wanted to go ahead and get it done today.
His own defense attorney.
Or that day.
His own defense attorney is not giving him time to gather himself together and be with his family. See, now I'm getting mad. I'm at the log off. Giving him time with his family. Now you want to go ahead and sentence him. That's a jewel right there.
Oh, did Mike Howard say that?
Yeah, it was Mike Howard. I remember him standing up and he said he however you say it, like, move forward to sentencing, and they didn't object. And
they took them people money, man.
They took their money. Hold on, I need to find the one about the 2. Hold on. Is this it?
That's what he was saying. Like, he can't go.
Okay, not that one. Here we go. Is this it?
Tap me or something, because they won't let me tell my truth. Why my service nervous?
Why your service nervous? That's my first. I'm gonna have to use that. My service nervous. Let me see. So, Ask A $2 said, did they claim to show actual tool Karmelo used? So I think we answered that earlier. I heard it was just an example of the tool, not the actual tool, because they didn't use gloves or anything, right? According to.
But they showed the picture of it, though. Y'all remember that?
It was a replica. They showed a picture. But they showed the picture. But when he pulled it out, it was a replica because he still like using gloves.
Right.
Mm-hmm. GT Massive, $20. Thank you for the $20, GT Massive. GT Massive said, "This is a worthy stand. Bless all who."
Okay, maybe it's right here.
I don't know if it was you or Lena, but people spreading this rumor that he's in danger in prison and.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah.
Could you tell the crowd? Could you tell the audience how Karmelo is doing in prison right now?
He is not in danger. The family went to go see him last either Saturday or Sunday, and they said that Karmelo told them that the inmates are knocking on the door because he's in their PC. They're knocking on the door saying, "Hey, keep your head up," and he's in good spirits. So ain't nobody down there doing nothing. And let me also tell you something. Excuse me. Let me go. I've been reserved for a long time for you.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. You don't know who in these prisons. So don't let the outside get it misconstrued when it comes to folks in here. Prison is a whole different ball game than outside. You don't know who. One phone call. You see what I'm saying? You got the Muslims in there having this back. You got the what's other people? The five, whatever they call it. He ain't just
Israelites.
Yeah, he ain't just in there like by himself. They gonna look out for that boy. But at the end of the day, if he ever get the GP, they gonna most definitely look out for him. So we finna do this, dropping the soap and all this BS they trying to say he in danger. They gonna ride. One thing about the Muslims, baby, they gonna ride. They gonna ride.
That's a fact. I'm happy that you.
I really want to hit. Oh, how about?
Please, God, that's my best friend. The paramedics are saying, "Come on, Austin, stay with me." But Cortez said that they use it as a tool themselves.
There we go.
Seatbelts.
Hold on. I found it. Hold on. So I found the clip regarding the tool in question. This is what she said, because she was in the courtroom that particular.
My best friend. The paramedics are saying, "Come on, Austin, stay with me." But Cortez said that they use it as a tool themselves to cut open seatbelts.
So,
Officer Riley said the same thing. He said it was a tool, and he said it's not illegal for him to have it.
And we need to start calling it a tool.
Right.
and I'm going to make sure I call it.
So let me tell you one thing to all of these people in the room or whatever. If the weapon was such a deadly weapon, why they didn't describe the tool in detail? Why do they have to have a replica of the real tool and a picture of the two. And she said, the defense attorney said that the reason why he brought a replica in a bag is because he didn't want to have to put on gloves. We've seen those shows where they've actually left the actual tool in a bag and just showed it as exhibit whatever to the jury in the courtroom. Y'all, it's something about that tool. A lot of people and myself, I really think that it is a tool that belongs to either the Metcalf brothers or one of the school. They was on the memorial tent. I think it belongs to memorial tent. And also, let's think about this book bag that a police officer said they picked up and threw a book bag that belonged to Karmelo Anthony by accident. Y'all, why when they picked up the book bag, they didn't say that nothing fell out of the book bag? That means Karmelo Anthony was not reaching into his book bag. He picked up whatever he could find. What did they call it in terms of law? Weapon of opportunity to defend yourself. So forget about the Texas proportional laws. If you are in a fight or a flight situation and you're being attacked by multiple assailants, I don't care if it was one assailant, you have the right to pick up anything to defend yourself, even if you're a Black American. So let's not play to all of you trolls and racists in the room. Karmelo Anthony, as long as myself and any other Black American, if they're attacked, they have the right to pick up anything to defend their life. Let's not get it twisted. Let's keep going. Hey, so a lot of people seem salty. I'm trying to tell you, Lord. Pointed this out. I wish I would have caught this at that time. 01. Let's see here, right here. We got, you know what? I don't even want to accidentally read your comment. So, ghosts, you have been removed. Let's see here. Yes, we see Karmelo as a good child. He's a young adult. Now it's supposed to be, yes, on his way to college. Yes, playing. Y'all, he had 21 scholarships as a student athlete. That means he was going to go to college and also play football. And this is why I love to tie in this football narratives on my channel. Karmelo Anthony, y'all, hold on. Y'all, to all the Shedeur Sanders, oh my gosh, y'all. To all of the Shedeur Sanders and Cleveland Browns viewers, Karmelo Anthony was in Frisco County. Where is Coach Prime from, y'all? They said that Frisco County had one of the best football teams. You know what? Hey, to all of the investors and viewers, so this would have happened in Karmelo Anthony senior year. We need to do some research just to see if Coach Prime even talked to a Karmelo Anthony. We need to see if Coach Prime even had a Karmelo Anthony on a recruiters list, y'all. Isn't that big? Now Coach Prime last year, he was battling what he was battling. So maybe Karmelo, you can't tell me Karmelo Anthony was not on the University of Colorado's recruit roster. He's right there in Frisco. He's right there in Texas where Dion, Shedeur, Shiloh, and Bucky resides, and they played. Y'all, I need to do some investigation to see, because Karmelo Anthony had 21 scholarships. We need to find what schools gave Karmelo Anthony scholarships. And y'all, if it was the University of, you know what? I just need to do some research. I'm sorry, that thought just came to my head. I'm sorry. Let me go here. I'm gonna come back to the comments. I want to go in and show you this here. I want to go in and show you this right here. Now that some of the trolls have left the room, let me go in and show you this very valuable piece of information. Now, these are the 21 witnesses that was interviewed. Let me read the sentence before that. While with them, I was told to take their cell phones. Oh, hell. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I ain't even see this coming. Hold on. Okay, let's go to where you see these blank redacted names. Let me go ahead and read. Let's read what Officer Craig Thomas said at 1704. Hold on. You know what? That's an issue. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is an issue. Hold on. Hey, this is the issue. Because the incident happened at around 9:34 in the morning. Austin passed away around 10:56 in the morning. So why is the officers talking to witnesses at 5:04 in the afternoon? What Tony Talks vested up what you're talking about. Well, if you're in the military, you understand military time, and police officers use military time. So military time in the military, 1700 hours is 5 o'clock. So if the incident, okay, so if they were walking in, well, no, because driver Miss Daisy said that the incident happened around 9:30, 9:24, 9:42. For whoever called me in a whack job, let me show you how this whack brain works. So if Miss Daisy said in the crystal clear video, if the incident took place, let's just say at the 9:45 minute mark, and Austin was pronounced unalive at 10:56, why did the officers interview and take these statements around 17:04, which is 5:04? So you mean to tell me those students had, let's say 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. They had 8 hours to come up with a story to fit the narrative. Oh my gosh, y'all. I didn't even know that this was in my... They had 8 hours to come up with their narratives. This is why all of their statements mirrored and none of them said what actually happened. Y'all, they had 8 hours. Those students had 8 hours to Snapchat, text, video. 8 hours. Y'all, let me go and read what Craig Thomas said on the 2nd of August. On Tuesday, April the 2nd, 2025, at approximately 10:01 hours, that's 10 a.m. to 10:01, a reporting officer T. Craig, that's his badge number, student resource officer, Liberty High School, was in Heritage High School and heard via radio that an FISCO student or FISD student had been stabbed at the address of the stadium. I immediately responded to the scene. Upon arrival, I first made contact with Officer Cortez, who also testified in court that said it was a utility tool. Let's put this together. Upon arrival, I made contact with Officer Cortez, who was standing next to a marked police vehicle. Officer Cortez advised that he had detained the suspect and he was in the patrol car. So whoever arrested Karmelo Anthony in the gray jacket was Officer Cortez, based off this statement here, right? Then I responded to the victim scene that was in the north bleachers. As I walked up, I noticed Frisco Fire Department personnel was attempting to provide life-saving measures to a subject later identified as Memorial High School Austin Metcalf. As other officers worked the scene, I was asked responding to the stadium medical locker room area and kept the following Memorial students high school witness separate, okay, until detectives could speak to them. Okay, of course, all of them, their names are redacted. While with them, I was told to take their cell phones from them and later turn them over to Officer Bassinet. Where's Sergeant Bassinet? Sergeant Bassinet took all of the phones, y'all. Once again, this is Craig Thomas. Craig Thomas says, while with them, I was told to take their cell phones from them and later turn them over to Sergeant Bassinet. After being relieved, I was asked to make contact with all Fresco athletes that had been placed on school buses. So they did place the student on school buses. Below is a list of students who identified themselves as witnesses to the stabbing of Austin Metcalf. Bus number something something, Lebanon Trail High School girls track, bus something something, Lebanon High School boys track. Go to the bottom, Liberty High School girls track, Memorial High School boys track, and Fresno High School boys track. So listen, let me tell you one thing. So maybe I'm correct. So unlike them, I could say maybe I jumped to conclusions, maybe not, maybe not. But, and maybe the time is wrong, but I'm just going by for the time of this report. However, I may be wrong about the time. But you cannot tell me that when those students were on those buses was not coming up with a narrative. I probably got the time wrong, but you can't tell me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that these 5 buses with these students, where the students were located. Here we go. I want to make sure I read this right. While with them, I was told to take their cell phones from them and later turn them over to Sergeant Bassonat. After being relieved, I was asked to make contact with all FISD athletes who have been placed on school buses. Below is a list of students who identified themselves as witnesses to the stabbing. Y'all, these are... Listen, I probably got the time wrong, but when those students were sitting on those buses, they were coming up with the narratives. Now, from the other schools, I'm not sure about the other schools, but this high school right here, Memorial, whoever those students are, and Frisco High School boys, baby, the devil is in the details. Well, let's just go ahead, since I got it up. Let me go ahead and read this right here. Let's go up to the beginning of the... Hold on. Let me do this right here. I hope y'all can see that. Go and take a snapshot. Something was placed in the bag and secured. I took notes during the time, which were scanned to the report and booked as evidence. I termed the crime scene log to be scanned into report. Okay, good. So they showing that they had a change. They had a change of command. At the conclusion of the call, I took my camera off and convert mode and went to turn it back off. At that point, oh my gosh, are you serious? At the conclusion of the call, I took my camera off of convert mode and went to turn it off. At that point, I learned the camera had failed to activate. Due to it being on convert mode, I did not see the indicator lights at the top of the camera. So I need to find out what happened to this officer's camera. So this is page 6 of 7. The other side is okay. So let me go down. So go down to the left-hand side of the bottom right side of the screenshot. At Officer Newton Austin, right? He says, I responded to Texas Health Plano to assist with this case. I'm at the bottom of the second screenshot. I was tasked with meeting the ambulance at the hospital. I arrived prior to the ambulance and waited for them to arrive. They arrived at 10:46. Y'all, it took them exactly 1 hour to get to the hospital. Hold on. They arrived at 10:46 hours with the victim, Austin Metcalf, who was brought into the trauma bay for treatment. At 10:53 hours, Dr. Chow pronounced Austin deceased. Once he was pronounced, staff, what it says, stop treatment and discontinued cords and tubes from the machines without removing anything from the body itself. While on scene, I took possession of the clothes worn by Austin and maintained possession of items until CSI Dillard took them off. Y'all remember I brought up the CSI detective, CSI Dillard. While on the scene, Officer Landon requested assistance in lifting the sheets off his body to take pictures I then placed the sheets back when completed. Then I stopped in the room for security while Officer Landon, Officer Hernandez, and CSI Dillard took additional photos. At one point, they rolled the body and removed shorts from Austin, which was bagged and stayed in my custody until CSI took them. At 1:24 hours, families were allowed into the scene to view the body. I was informed by staff and officers that they would be allowed to touch head and feet of Austin, which they did. Okay. No. Okay, then probably go to the top of the first screenshot. I hope it lines up because this is 5 of 5 and this is 6 of 7. I'm sorry, this is 5 of 7. This is 6 of 7. Then, okay, there you go. And then he placed it on the bag and secured. I took notes during the time which was scanned into the report and booked as evidence. I turned the crime scene log to be scanned to the report. At the conclusion of the call, I took my camera off of convert mode and went to turn it off. At that point, I learned that the camera had failed to activate. Okay, so I'm assuming he's saying that when all of this happened at the hospital, he did not get footage of what happened in the hospital. Damn, that was bad. All right. Let's see here. What else can we find on these two, page 5 and page 6 of the arrest record? All right, let's read what Higgins Andrew said. Let me blow this up. Let's see right here. This on page 6, the second section. I, Officer Higgins, was working at the desk office at address at approximately 10:42 hours. Walked into the main lobby stating that he had witnessed the stabbing and was told to come to the lobby to complete a witness statement. Okay, so somebody went to the, I'm assuming the police office, which is 7200 Stonebrook Parkway, Frisco, Collins County, Texas. Okay, then it reads, I gave name redacted a voluntary witness statement which he worked on until detectives arrived to speak with him. Blank left with the detectives and I returned to my normal duties. Nothing followed at this time. Okay, that's good. All right, that's good. Now let's go back to 5. We might as well just go ahead and read 5 and see exactly what was written in these police officers' statements. Well, I'm sorry, Karmelo Anthony's arrest record. Okay, let's see right here. They talking about, y'all, why are they body cameras is not activated? So let's go to the top of page 5 because now I'm getting pissed off with these police officers. From that point forward, I worked with coordinating responses from these particular officers. I took no offer action at the scene. My body worn camera did not activate when I initially arrived on the scenes, but I did activate it when I discovered it wasn't recording while waiting with the witnesses. Oh my gosh. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I see a problem. So this officers want us to believe, right? This officer want us to believe. Hold on, let me come to the stage. Let me come back up here. So this officer want us to believe that they didn't notice that their body cam was not activated. But they did activate it when they discovered it wasn't recording while they were waiting with the witness. Do y'all see the issue with this? Who was the witness? Who was the witness that the officer body cam was not activated when they was waiting with the witness, and they didn't realize that it wasn't activated while waiting with the witness, but they turned it on then? So you mean to tell me you are an officer you're going to go somewhere and wait with the witness, but you're not going to make sure that your body cam is activated before approaching and waiting with the witness. Okay, I might as well read the last section. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back low again. Let me go back low. All right, since they want to play with body cams, let's read the last section with Officer Shalaz Jacob. On Wednesday, April the 2nd, 2025, Officer Shalaz was working at SRO at the Student Opportunity Center at approximately 1000 hours. I was dispatched to a stabbing that occurred at the school with address Oh, look, y'all. It should be noted that my location is approximately 200 yards from the stadium. Okay, so let's see what this officer says. Upon my arrival, I tried to get an updated location of the suspect. I could not see Officer Cortez when I arrived. Officer Cortez informed me over the radio that he had the suspect in custody. At this time, I turned my attention to the victim. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about it. Multiple FISD trainers was already performing CPR. So CPR on a stabbing. Okay, victim. Okay. I can see blood on and around the victim. At this time, medics arrived and beginning life-saving measures. This is why they saying that Austin Metcalf had heart conditions, and his parents had to sign a waiver, but I don't know. So this is alleged. I coordinated with other officers on the scene to secure the location. By this time, students and FISC staff had cleared the area. I used crime scene tape and began to tape off the area. It began to rain harder at this time. Sergeant Otis and myself moved a Memorial High School tent over the medics and victim to preserve all evidence that we could. A Memorial coach approached me and informed me that he was with the student who claimed to see the tire altercation. I told the coach to stick with the student and that we would meet to get him at the police station to give a statement. The student quickly informed me that he knew where the suspect threw the knife and pointed. No. Oh, hell no. No. The student quickly informed me that he knew where the suspect threw the knife and pointed me in the location. I located the knife with Sergeant Otis and could see blood on the knife. I quickly used my city issued phone to take pictures before the rain could wash the blood away. Sergeant Otis located a blue tarp and we decided that we should cover the knife without touching it in an attempt to preserve the evidence. It was windy and raining hard. Once we positioned the tarp over the knife, I reached down and grabbed a backpack left in the stands to weight the tarp down and threw it where Sergeant Otis was positioning the tarp. It was later discovered that the backpack I threw over the tarp was the suspect backpack. It was the only Centennial High School backpack located within all of Memorial High School backpacks in that area stands. In the area of the stands. After securing the scene tape, they did not say that the bag was open. Once again, to everybody that said that Karmelo Anthony went in his bag to pull out a weapon, do you think Karmelo Anthony pulled out a weapon, zipped up the bag, and then left it? No. Here we go. Let me get back to where I was saying. Officer Sergeant Otis located a blue topper and we decided to cover the knife without touching it in an attempt to preserve any evidence. It was rainy, it was windy and raining hard. Once we positioned the top of the knife, I reached down and grabbed a book bag left in the stands to weight the tarp down and threw it where Sergeant Otis was positioning the tarp. It was later discovered that the backpack I threw up onto the tarp was the suspect backpack. It was the only Centennial High School backpack located in all of Memorial's high school backpacks in that area of the stands. After securing the scene with crime scene tape and attempting to preserve as much evidence as possible, I assisted other officers, other possible witnesses. Officer Welts was maintaining scene security while I was assisting the officers after the media transport the victim. I relieved him of the post so he could go back to patrol. I maintained scene security until the call was clear. Photos will be uploaded to the crime scene folder, and my body cam will be downloaded at the end of shift. No further information at this time. Okay, let me come back to the stage. Let me come back to the stage. I got a problem with this right here, especially regarding this knife. So, you mean to tell me that the officers did not, follow what I'm about to say, that the officers did not organically find the knife on their own? Do you know that knife, I guess that green knife or whatever, could have been planted? And this is why, and I think this is why that the prosecutor did not bring up fingerprints or blood on that potential knife. I think that knife was planted. I think that green knife was planted, because why would a student walk up to a police officer and say, I know where the suspect threw the knife? This is why I wish Karmelo Anthony would have testified, especially when they saw his own defense railroad him. I got an issue with this. I have an issue with this. And why didn't the prosecutor say that Karmelo Anthony's fingerprints was on this knife right here, y'all? Oh, okay. I got more homework to do. I do have page 1, 2, 3, and 4. And do I have 7? I'm gonna come back tomorrow with the other pages, and we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna read line by line by line. Let me go ahead and see what y'all said in the chat regarding these. Okay, got the receipts. Come on, StreamYard. Let's see here. Karmelo and turn the shit out. Yes. And I told you. So the bag wasn't open. They didn't say that the bag was open or nothing. They just tossed it down. Now, this was the police said. The police said he found a book bag and he tossed it down. He didn't say when he tossed it that items flew out of the book bag. So the book bag was closed. What was Mike Howard doing? He was not doing his job. Let me go back up. That's right. And you know what? You Pink Blue 99. This is what a lot of people are saying, that the reason why the tool was not brought into court, because we probably would have saw initials of the school, of the brothers, or somebody that they didn't want to. How could I say? What's the word? What's the legal term? Y'all know the term I'm talking about. Indict or whatever the case may be, but they didn't want to bring them into questioning. Okay, hold on. That tool belongs to the Man Cowboys. Okay, this is serious. Yes, Austin snatched the back, and guess what? You are right, because Hunter said this is right. Hunter said in that interview that it was either him or Austin. They took Karmelo's bag and threw it, and that's when that mother looked at Hunter and probably hit his knee under the table and say, stop it. Because Hunter said either him or Austin, and I think he said Austin threw Karmelo's book bag. So hold on. So if Austin threw Karmelo's book bag, that mean Karmelo picked up a tool that was on the scene, and the only thing that was on the scene was, they said, a utility tool to pull nothing out of his book bag, because Austin threw the book bag before he can even pull it out. So it's called a weapon of opportunity. When he was getting beat and hit and punched, that means that Karmelo Anthony was trying to find anything. And since it came out that the coach Rumor has it is the coach asked Austin and Hunter, even though there was a spell, to come to the school to assist with the tents. What if in all that pushing back and forth, the actual utility knife fell out of one of the twins' pockets, fell onto the stadium. Karmelo grabbed it because they said the whole whatever punctured Austin was not fully open. Y'all, what if it fell out one of the, this is all I'm trying to say. What if it fell out one of the twins' pocket that Karmelo, he was able to pick it up to try to defend himself, and whatever was open, y'all, let's just say what fell out of the twins' pocket or whoever's pocket, the blade or whatever was already open. So when Karmelo Anthony picked it up, it was already open, and whoever pushed Karmelo impaled the knife into Austin, y'all. The book bag was never open because the officer wrote up in the arrest record that they tossed it down to the other sergeant. They didn't say that items fell out of it. And it was another student that showed them the weapon. Y'all, I think that knife was planted. And we do know that something was thrown into that trash can. Let's see here. Let's see right here. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and go through the slides because I want to show you this here, and then I'm gonna come back to the yes. Thank you, Sandman. Let me find you. I want to show y'all this right here. I want to show you. I should have went through all of my my notes right here. So let me go through here. Let me pull this up right here. Let me pull this up. Let me go back right here for a second. Let me pull this up for a second. And I'm finna get y'all out of here real quick. Hold on. I want to show y'all this right here. Okay, so we talked about this. I'm gonna come back tomorrow with this. This is what Mike Howard should have provided the jury and the judge and the prosecutor. This is what he should have defended Karmelo Anthony with. The Supreme Court ruling on minors prefrontal lower cortex development. He didn't do it, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow. We're gonna go over that again. Now, I definitely want to bring this over. So this is not the Tom Brady rule, but this is something else in law called the Brady disclosure. Y'all watch this right here. Let me go back up to this. Let me go back to this. Now, this right here, if we find out that the prosecution and the prosecutor and the defense attorney and the judge, now we got to say the judge, allegedly, if they withheld anything, this should be a mistrial or just dismiss the whole case. It's something called down the Brady disclosure. Oh, let's see what this is. The rule: prosecutors must proactively disclose key evidence to the defense, even without a specific request, to ensure fair trial. Brady material: this includes any evidence that conflicts with the prosecution witness, shows a witness is not credible, impeachment material, a help point to the defendant's innocence. I'm gonna let y'all come up with your own conclusions. I'm not even going to direct you anyway. I'm just going to read it. You come up with your own conclusions. Brady violation: if a prosecutor withholds this crucial information, it is a Brady's violation, which directly violates the defendant's 14th Amendment right to due process of the law. I'm just reading the slide. You come up with your own conclusion. Let me go ahead and look at this right here. So I'm assuming that the facts of the Brady versus Maryland led to the United States Supreme Court to place an affirmative constitutional duty on prosecutors to disclose exculpatory evidence to the defendant, right? Subsequent cases have extended this duty to law enforcement agencies. This is why I think that Officer Cortez and Officer Riley, they testified and called it a utility tool, even though the prosecutor kept referring it to a knife. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. to law enforcement agencies, requiring them to notify the prosecutor of any potential information. I forgot it. Exculpatory information. The court held that withholding exculpatory evidence violates due process where the evidence is material either to guilty or to punish, and determined that under Maryland's law, state law, that withheld evidence could not have been exculpated the defendant, but was material to the level of punishment that he would receive. Hold on, I was going somewhere here. Hold on, whoa. Oh, I cut it off. Okay, I bring it tomorrow. But basically, the prosecutor has no right to withhold evidence where the material could find someone guilty or innocent. And in this case, we know that the prosecutor definitely withheld evidence that would show that Karmelo Anthony was innocent, such as, i.e., the crystal clear video that the original 50 people saw before the video was suppressed and sealed by the Texas AG named Kenneth Paxton. Okay, but I cut something off here. I was going to show you something. Now, I do want to show you this right here. Now, going back to those witnesses that we talked about, they're going to get hit with aggravated perjury if nobody asks them, because I could see somebody saying, hey, I want to talk, I want to tell everything, but I got to have immunity. But let's say they don't do this. You see Texas Code Penal 3703. If false statements is made during or in connection with an official proceeding, such as a court hearing or trial, and materials to that proceeding, then it can be charged as aggravated perjury. The punishment is a third degree felony, 2 to 10 years in prison, fines up to $10,000. In a courtroom setting, if someone knowingly lies under oath during a criminal trial and the lie could affect in the outcome of the case, prosecutors would typically consider aggravated perjury, exposing the person to 2 to 10 years in prison if convicted. Y'all, and this is where I had this lined up here. Those witnesses that's blotted out and that testified in court, they should get hit with aggravated perjury if they lied on that stand. They should get hit with a 3rd degree felon, 2 to 10 years in prison, and fined up to $10,000. And I'm going to say in a case of this magnitude, it should be definitely more. Now, I want to show you this, and I think this is the same slide. This is the slide. Now, I didn't catch who the the media forensics person that actually did what they did in that video to circle Karmelo Anthony. Well, see, if you didn't catch my live, right? I've had a few cases, a few courses in college regarding CSI, mobile forensics. It's called mobile forensics, media forensics, and forensics biology. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about. Now, there are tools out there, and some of the tools are free. I can't tell you. I don't think I'm allowed to tell you, but you can do your research. There are free tools out there that you can use to, reverse distortion. So you mean to tell me in 2026, whoever the media forensics or mobile forensics person he or she is, they didn't have the adequate tools to reverse distortion in 2026? Even if, y'all, I don't want to say that. Oh gosh, I don't want to say that. Y'all, I don't want to say that the media or mobile forensic person actually distorted the video. I'm not going to say that. But we do know that the original 50 people said that there is a crystal clear video out there. Oh my gosh. But I will say this. if they was able to identify Karmelo Anthony and draw that circle around him, they definitely had the tools and the software to reverse the distortion of that video. Now I'm thinking the reason why they probably didn't do a reverse distortion process on that video, y'all, I don't want to believe this. I don't want to believe this. But if they didn't do what it took in order to distort or reverse the distortion, can we conclude that they probably is the one that distorted the video? What if the media forensic person distorted the video, which is why they didn't do a reversal distortion? Let's go ahead and read how forensic reverse distortion. For the ones that said that I was a whack job, let's see if it's even possible. How forensics reverse distortions. Analysts, they follow a strict scientific process to handle and improve distorted or degraded video files. So this is possible. And you know why I know it's possible? Because I took a course in college where it's possible. I got you. Non-destructive process. So this is the process. Analysts making digital copies of the original evidence and use non-destructive mathematical filters so that the original pixels are never maliciously altered or permanently damaged. Authentication and validation. Experts verify if a video is authentic or has been manipulated by checking internal metadata, encoding details, and file hashes. Y'all, let me tell you one thing without telling you everything. Just by this alone, that media forensics should have said, hey, I can't go forward with this. I can't go forward with this because I'm not able to distort this, and this type of evidence should not be admissible in court. Why the media forensics didn't have the integrity to say if they couldn't reverse this, hey, prosecutor, I don't think I can't reverse this. I don't think nobody in the world can reverse this, which is a lie because it is a scientific process on how to do this. But y'all, what if the media forensics person is the one that distorted this because they definitely didn't use, and you can see over here. I'm about to tell you the industry standard software and tools that you can use to reverse distorted videos. Let's keep going. Okay, here we go. Industry standard software and tools, forensics examiners. And this is the official title for them. Forensic examiners rely on dedicated platforms rather than customer editing software to preserve the integrity of the evidence. Y'all, just go and take a screenshot. Just go and take a screenshot. And just go ahead and look for free tools to reverse distortion. Because trust me, there's software out there. You mean to tell me if Walmart, hold on, back up, hold on, back up, hold on, I can do one better. You mean to tell me that the satellites in space can send us images on Life 360 or Google Maps or Waves that we can zoom in and see houses, roads, cars in the driveway, tree lines, flower pots on porches? But you telling me that the Collins County forensics examiner didn't have software to do to reverse distortion? If we can see what the earth looks like from space, you mean to tell me that we don't have the technology to do a reverse of video distortion? Really? Really? When we got 4K, 5K, 6K. Y'all, I have nothing else to say. I'm gonna read some of your comments, y'all. As somebody say, and I probably was a hater in the room. They say go ahead and do your own research. Go ahead and do your research. If you think what I'm pulling up, just go ahead and ask, or just Google. Is there a way to do reverse distortion on a video? Y'all, you would be surprised. And let me tell you one thing. Forensic, let me read this slowly. And I'm going to break it down if I need to. And this is true. Forensic examiners rely on dedicated platforms rather than consumer editing software to preserve the integrity of the evidence. They also, please catch down what I'm saying. Forensic examiners, when it's talking about these dedicated platforms, they have industry level. You might as well say Department of Justice type softwares to reverse distortion. Not the ones that you can buy in the store or the free versions online. No. They have industry standard type of software that can do anything. Let me stop talking. Let me just stop talking. If you don't believe, just do your own research, as somebody said. How long it's been? It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. Let me go ahead and read some of the comments. Then I'm gonna let y'all go, Vestas. I'm gonna let you go. And for the comments that I missed, I'm so sorry. I really sorry. I can't read. And it's almost 12 o'clock. I will go with this one. They are lying. There isn't no genuine legal in the United States. Okay. Why didn't Hunter say he died in his arms? Right. When he didn't die until later at the right. Because it was a lie. Even the mother said that in that interview that she did with Hunter, either outside and when they were sitting in the kitchen, that shortly after they arrived to the hospital, that's when they called Austin's time of death at 10:56. He didn't die at the stadium, y'all. Let me go in and do some let me see. Let's do random stuff. I'm sorry, I cannot get to everybody. I will do this. Yes, you can see what the lies were. Karmelo will walk free. Right. Okay, hold on. Pink Blue, I just read that Austin was hitting Karmelo in the face. Then Karmelo picked up our tool with the letter M on it. Oh, although Austin was my brother, he was wrong. Report from... Oh, I need to find that. Thank you for Fox News 4. I need to do a search for that. I need to do a search for that. Thank you so much, Pink Blue 99. Thank you. Hold on. Karmelo's defense need to be kicked in his ass. I agree with you. Okay, yeah, I got you, Pink Blue. Thank you for putting that out again. I did read that. They said when the cop got the call, he said that he had the suspect he was talking about before this happened. Those twins were in the middle school harassing the girl. Right, I did hear that, Tanya. Yes, I did. I did hear that the twins was harassing that girls, and y'all really know we already played what the letter that they wrote to the coaches. When they got to the tent, I saw Hunter bend down a few times before the incident took place. Listen, they distorted this video on purpose. And I think they sliced it just right to extend the time, because everybody that saw the original video, the crystal clear video, they said it only took maybe 20 to 30 seconds before the fight ensued. The video that they released, it was about 4 to 5 minutes before the fight started. They had to do that to show that the Metcalf brothers, when they went in the tent, they didn't start the altercation immediately. They had to put time in there to seem like it was what they said it was, that they asked him to move. He said he wasn't. It's some back and forth, and then the altercation happened. Y'all, this right here, that was probably what's thrown in the... Well, I'm gonna leave that alone. But we do know that something was thrown in that trash can. You're right, Toya. Something was thrown in that trash can. Review the video again from the beginning. I most definitely will. Something was definitely thrown in that trash can. Doesn't matter. He was scared. They was definitely a mob. That video showed the backpack was thrown. Oh, I need... Okay. But they distorted it so bad. They were supposed to take pictures of both sides of the yes. That is true. Why they only took one side of whatever they took? In the original, they didn't even bring it to court. I just read that Austin was here. Yes. Okay. I got you. Guaranteed the official story. Guaranteed the official story, an entire lie. Right. One of them swinging it at Karmelo. He ducked. They missed and impaled Austin. Holy shit. I definitely got to go back and watch the video. I need to take. I want. Yeah, I like that one too. They already had it. Their prints are on the original. Listen, it's the reason why they didn't bring up forensics. What happened to the right? Come on with it. Come on. One of the witnesses that seen the 4K video said Karmelo reached behind him when he was, and I heard that he was trying to get away with the crab walk. Right? Yes, Tanya. I snapped short the text from another channel. Okay. My email address is TonyTalksVestedUp, just like the channel name, at gmail.com. TonyTalksVestedUp at gmail.com. Yes, Planet. And why the officer, y'all, let me tell you this, why the officer did not say who the witness was that pointed out the weapon. Normally, that's what they record. Witness blank said or pointed out where the weapon was. Why they didn't include that in the actual a police record? Oh, who this witness was and how did the witness know where it was thrown? Oh my gosh, because everybody scattered, y'all. Something's wrong. I just saw something from a ludicrous celebration. Oh, Kanye West did a rambling video. Of course, he doesn't believe that Karmelo defending himself. He said regardless. I'm not worried about Kanye. I just read Austin was hitting. Okay, I got you. Backdoor edit the rat. That's right. Yes, ma'am. That old white lady said that they seen the video. Said bully twins Austin fell on the knife. Show did that his body weight fell on the knife. Y'all, but because they distorted the man. Yes, she did. The white lady out in the parking lot, the elderly white lady. Yes, they withheld a lot. Yes, they did. It has to be dismissed. It has to be dismissed. Small town mistrial. Y'all, let me tell you one thing. I didn't know this. In March, when I went to I didn't even know I was in Collins County, y'all. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was in Collins County. It's not a small town. It may be small town in terms of, let's say, area mileage, but it's not small, y'all. I went here and I didn't know that I actually I worked in McKinney, Texas, which is Collins County, and the hotel was in Allen, which is part of Frisco County. Those are not small man, this looks like Virginia. In this part of Dallas, in Texas, it looks like Virginia, Manassas, Alexandra, Arlington. This part of Texas is not small at all. I was there, and there was a lot of black people making, I'm gonna say, good money. Trust me. It's one of those areas where you can go outside of the fence and you got a whole buffet of just like restaurants and y'all this is not a sundown town. Listen, they may operate like a sundown town in terms of laws, but this is not what you think it is. This is right outside of Dallas, y'all. Okay, so let me put this to you. It's right outside of Dallas, Frisco County. They border Dallas like this, and you know what Dallas looks like. This is not some type of country back rural Texas town. It's neighboring Dallas. It's right here. Yo, it's not what you think. McKinney nor Frisco is not what. So think about it this. If Frisco is this well-off wealth community, Do you think it's in the backwoods of Texas? No. Frisco and McKinney, they neighbor Dallas. And y'all, okay. There is, and I haven't looked it up myself, and maybe I should have. They said that the Dallas Cowboys Stadium is bordering between Dallas and Fresno. Do you think that the Dallas Cowboys Stadium is in a rural Dallas sundown town? This is where the money is. It's right outside of Dallas. This is where the wealthy people is. Man, come on. Let me keep going. I think so too. You're welcome. The truth has not been televised. Right. The truth has to be televised. I think, well, they always say that the truth will not be televised. I always say over here that the truth will be digitized, because we definitely on digital platforms. And I know everybody got to go to work. I'm finna end this. He said Austin threw the book bag. He sure did. I think Hunter did it, and they planted it. Yes, I agree. Yes. I got your pink book. I read it, and I got that. I definitely got the notes. Oh, we're disgusting. We won't. No. Why do y'all think like that? So this is the only thing that you can say when we're going over Texas penal codes and the video. You want justice? No. We want justice for the righteous. We want justice for a young man that didn't deserve this. We want justice for someone that has a bright future, and we are in the process of saving his future. We refuse to stand by and to let anybody, Collins County, Frisco County, whatever, railroad this young man. You could say whatever you want to. You could believe whatever you want to. But you know that that's not the truth. Out of everything that all of we've been covering since last week and this week, you can't dispute nothing. You just say that we want we want justice, not for a murderer. We want justice for Karmelo Anthony that claimed self-defense, and that video showed self-defense and getting away from a mob. So you could keep that. You definitely could keep that. Let's see right here. They are not policemen. Why approach a stranger? And I got you on that. Right. Pink Blue, right? Exactly. Let's see here. He admitted to doing it. He admitted to defending himself. Hold on. I get, you know what? Because I think y'all got selective. You know what? Y'all have selective hearing, and y'all determine what evidence y'all want to hear. Y'all determine, instead of looking at both sides and to be free with it, y'all just you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear. Hold on. Let me show you what he did say. Hold on. Let me show you what he did say, because I didn't hear that. I watched the police camera body cam. I want to hear what he did say.
Karmelo Anthony's distress seems genuine to me, but we never believe. For some reason, Black people can't be afraid or be in fear. I told him not to. He put his hands on me. It did have an impact.
That's exactly what he said. Hold on. If you don't want to hear the content creator, let's go ahead and hear exactly what he said. It's been so many. Hold on. Karmelo Anthony said he put his hands on me. I told him not to put his hands on me. I told him not to put his hands on me. He said he put his hands on me. And all y'all content creators on X, keep doing what you doing.
Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got these. Still letting suspects.
Body cam.
Memorial 10th over there, guys. All right. Over in the north end, they got.
So you can say whatever you want to say. Believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to convince anybody either way. But I'm telling you what my theory is, and I'm showing you exactly what they got wrong and how they messed up in this case. And they railroad this young man over a blurry, distorted video on purpose. They found him guilty on nothing. No physical evidence. They didn't bring up fingernails. I'm gonna say fingerprints. They didn't bring up no blood. They didn't even say that the blood on the knife was Austin's. Come on with it, God. Ooh. When they read Karmelo his Miranda right, that, you know what? That is true. Justine, that is true. They didn't say you had the right to remain silent. Anything that you said can and will be held against you in a court of law. I didn't hear that. Once again, you're right. Where was the Miranda rights? You have the right to remain silent. Silence. Anything you said. Oh my gosh. Y'all, the reason why that is big, that means anything that Karmelo Anthony said can be thrown out in court because he did not get Miranda rights. That's what is called Miranda rights. When they said you have the right to remain silent, anything you say and can will be held against you in a court of law. You have a right to a defense attorney. Y'all, oh my God, Justine, Lord, I wish I knew you behind the scenes. I want to give you, oh my gosh, I want to give you a hug. Where was the Miranda rights? So if Karmelo Anthony said, yeah, I did it, I stood on his chest, I did this, it's not admissible in court because they didn't Mirandarize him. Now, if he would have said those words after they Mirandarized him, yeah, I did it, I meant to do it, yada, 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 that's different. But he wasn't even given his Miranda rights. Oh my God, y'all, I'm finna end this right here. Let me go ahead and give y'all a little bit more love because I thank y'all for being in here late with me. Hold on. Yep. And one of them did it and set up Melo to take the fall. Hunter and Eddie is going to get locked up because they lied. Yes. And a life was taken yes. And it's called confession to a felony. Confession to a felony. I saw Ludacris. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Tiff. Somebody else had brought that up too. Believe Karmelo. Yes. I hope they get both locked up. They set him up. Yes. I agree with you, Sandman. Yes. Whenever an experienced attorney does not cross-examination witnesses or present evidence and objective, that tell him he or she are corrupt. Definitely corrupt. You know, Kanye. Why stop Karmelo from being able to defend himself? Right. Because the fix was in. Mike Howard was part of the fix. He just played a part of being a fence attorney. Y'all, did y'all hear? And I know y'all heard this. If not, go back to my last two lives. There is a white man. He is Texas. He was Texas special prosecutor, but now he is one of Texas' best appellate lawyers. And he said he's been in Texas for 40 years. And he said he don't know anything about Mike Howard. Let me say this one more time. He's been in Texas as a special prosecutor and also now as an appellate lawyer, and he said he don't know nothing about Mike Howard. He said he don't know nothing about the man. So where did Mike Howard come from? And that name, and his name is Brian Wise. He's well known over Texas. It's like a celebrity appellate lawyer, and he said he don't know nothing about Mike Howard. Go to the video. The channel is called Court TV. Now the video would have been released about 10 days ago, and I think it's called Tragedy or something, but it has Karmelo Anthony on the thumbnail, and it's red. It's about 55-minute long, but it's very good. At the beginning of that video is Cody Thompson, who described the video in the trial, and then Vince is talking to this judge named Brian, a lawyer named Brian. Very good video. But go back to my next lives. I broke it down in my last 2 or 3 lives. A Sixth Amendment issue could exist if the defense lawyer had an actual conflict of interest. Y'all, thank you, everything. Hold on. I want to play these 2 small clips and I'm gonna let you go. They just released a video more. Okay. I like to see all of them with handcuffs going into prison. Yes. A violation of vetting type issue involving impeachment evidence such as undisclosed details. Come on with it. That's what I'm saying. We are a network. The answer should be no being. You're right. As a trial of this magnitude, hold on. Texas rule. Hold on. I'm gonna play this right here. So once again, Chris King was on Freezy today, and he said this right here, y'all. It's just 2 small parts. And I'm gonna let you go. But I already play them. Gotta hit myself? Did I already play them? Well, let's play this.
Yeah.
Oh, I played them.
This whole case just stinks to high hell.
So
and they never thought. Listen, they never thought when they started this process. They had no idea of the people I mentioned at the outset.
Yeah.
People like you, people like me, other attorneys I'm linking up with. They never, in their wildest dreams, thought that this would happen, and now they don't know what to do.
Absolutely. I'm gonna show you this right here. I just need to let me screenshot this because I just got a photo. So I just got a positive ID on Eddie.
Okay, yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah, just in case some people have not seen him. Now let me rotate this because it's kind of to the side for some reason. Hold on. Oh, I can rotate it right there. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So this is Eddie right here, y'all.
Right.
Let me capture this right here.
So I had actually showed the 2 videos. That video last night that Freezer did was over 6 hours, so I was not able to watch the whole entire video. But that's just the 2. So I only got like maybe 2 hours of it today. And of course, they could have found a method to make it. Yes, you're right, Destin. They can find anything to read anything. And you're right, Doris. They didn't even do nothing. And the judge that I'm telling you about on Brian Wise, he stated that was one of the biggest failures on the defense side, that they didn't go in properly prepared for a punishment phase. He said anytime any defendant is going in, especially for a criminal case, you have to prepare something called a punishment phase, where you're supposed to have, and these is his word, a smorgasbord of witnesses to speak for the defendant just in case they found guilty. He said what Mike Howard did. He said that Mike Howard just took the Karmelo's family money. You don't got to believe me. Just go watch the video. Free Karmelo. That's right. No ethics. That's right. Everything else go. Kangaroo court. Yes. In my heart, I'm not going to give up on Karmelo. I'm not going to give up on Karmelo. Even if I lose my voice, I'm just going to go radio style and just try to get past what I'm saying, my voice. But I'm going to try to save my voice. Right. And I studied the video. Yes, Candy Girl. Yes. It is funny how distorted the fight was. Thank you. Thank you. They distorted that tent. Everything under that tent on purpose. You're right. It was that tent wasn't that dark under there, because I don't want them to say, oh, well, the lighting was bad. No. Go ahead. You already see it. Industry standard software and tools. These tools exist, especially for law enforcement. Do you think all law enforcement across America is using you can't even, it should have been not guilty. Matter of fact, the case never should have even went to court. But just by that video alone, not guilty. You can't even tell nothing. Poor Karmelo is going through so much. Yes, but we're going to fight for him. There's a strong effort to sabotage Karmelo's appeal. Let's see here. It's not just them folks. It's our folks too. I know. I know. That's why we're not fighting against skin color. We're fighting against something spiritual, and it's good versus bad. It's not white versus black, because we got some black folks that look like us that's actually defending this SIHSIT in Collins County, and then we got some folks who is white Caucasian that's actually fighting for Karmelo Anthony, such as that appellate judge just said, oh my gosh, all of this is bad, even down to the Bastion claim rule, where the 3 black teachers, if they got excused, the white teacher should have been excused too. He was dropping so many nuggets, I can't even believe he was actually giving anybody that take this case, even if they didn't know nothing, what to do. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yep, Doris, somebody came in here earlier about it. They made the distortion and cut pieces out to make it look like it was a... Yes. I agree with you saying, man. Yes. Not a Grand Wizard. Come on with it. Yes. And listen, even if he does resign, he still can be tried and charged and subpoenaed to testify in the next case if it goes to the next case. Wait, the judge retired. He has hey, what's up, Amber? He has he after the verdict came out, yeah, he did say that he was gonna retire. Ain't that crazy? Facts, because the city can disconnect your appliance without come on with it. Come on with it. Right, Ray Johnson. Come on with it. So it's a good positive. Yes, that's what we talking about. Yes. There are no black cops in College County. They need to fix that. They definitely need to fix that. We got you, Pink. Blue, thank you for continuing to put that in there. I got you. I was also seeing where they were technology through body. Thank you for bringing that up. See, when you don't have a script and you're just going off the head and you're passionate about what's in your heart, sometimes you miss something. That's why we are a network. That's why they can't destroy us, because we are a network. We are a network they never seen coming. You are right. I seen where now they have technology through body heat. They can see the movements of people in the... Why they didn't even use thermal. So let's say whoever this mobile forensic person was, forensics examiner was, why they didn't even do heat. You're right. Heat. What they call it? Thermal heat technology. Thank you so much, Destin. That's one of my day ones, being here with the Shedeur Sanders. Hey, y'all, listen, once Karmelo Anthony gets home, and we're going to move about our business, and we still going to keep focus on this case. But once we get that appeal moving, come back over here. We talk about NFL and sports, because good Lord. But do you see what we be talking about over here? We be breaking it down. That's one of my day ones. Thank you so much, Destin. If Karmelo was a chosen race, the video would be crystal clear. Come on with it. And he never would have been. Listen. Did you hear what the white guy said with the hat on before the video even came out? He said if Karmelo Anthony was white, he never would have been charged. Oh my gosh, I got so much footage. Hold on. I want to find that one. Oh my God. I got so much videos in my phone. Hold on. It got to be the one in the white hat. He said that Karmelo Anthony, he said plainly, and he was white. He said if Karmelo Anthony was white, he never would have been erased. Here we go.
If Karmelo Anthony had been white, not only would he have not been convicted, there'd have never been charges. This is Old Texas Paul. Hope your coffee's as good as mine. Well, I hope it's better. I really do. The whole thing was a goddamn tragedy, and it was started by the kid that died. But if Karmelo Anthony had been white and the other kid had been black, these same people that are calling Karmelo Anthony a murderer would be celebrating him all over social media as standing up.
See?
Yeah. Young man, 14-year-old man by the name of Carmack Belton was his last name. Was chased down in South Carolina. The guy had to chase him and shot him in the back. Guy that shot him was white. Belton was black. That jury said self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was white.
Mm.
The only reason Karmelo Anthony was convicted was because we are a broken, fucking, bigoted country, and Karmelo Anthony was black. Any other way you slice this, it would have been self-defense.
Thank you, sir.
We are that fucking broken.
Thank you, sir. And that's a white man for all the races in the room. Y'all already know the truth. If Karmelo Anthony was white, we wouldn't even be talking about this. And let me tell you one thing to all of the Texans, registered voters, even if you're in other states, please register to vote, because this is where they pull the jury pool from. You don't have to vote. I'm not telling you got to vote, but at least register to vote so you can be on these juries and don't stand for this BS. They thinking black people, they love the fact that black people don't take jury duty so serious. But have you ever seen a white person sit out and say, oh, I don't want to go to jury duty? Now you know why. Because they actually hold the fate of somebody's freedom and life in their own hand. Because as a defendant, you can choose if you want a trial by jury and a trial by your peers. And where you think that list is coming from? Voter registration. So go out to vote. I'm not telling you to vote, how to vote. I'm just saying at least do it so your name can be in somebody's database as a potential juror. And so we don't have to worry about this no more. We don't have to worry about these juries convicting the wrong people, black or white. But we definitely don't want the bias and the bigoted and the racist jurors on case like this, where they took a video where you can't see nothing and say he's guilty. Oh no, we gonna stop this. We gonna stop this. When Karmelo win the appeal and it's dismissed, the defense need to charge everybody, you right, involved and disbar them and take their licenses and file charges, Tanya. Come on with it. You're right. You're right. You're right. Oh my gosh. Oh, y'all got so many comments. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Listen. Hamburg Fresco and not Mayberry. Come on with it. Yeah. This ain't no bonnet fife as no police officers, but they acting like it. This ain't no street that you walking. What I'm saying is Frisco and McKinney, Collins County. This ain't no dirt roads. There is nobody baking pies and putting them out on the on the windowsill. They don't have only one police car. No, this is not that town. Fresco, or however you pronounce it, at almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't care how I tell up the name. They did wrong, and it's definitely not Mayberry. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Amber. And I'm gonna leave. What you say, Amber? What you say? No, they know what they're doing, and he admit to the. Come on with it. Come on. What you said, Destin? Karmelo was in distress. Nobody, included V, is gonna let somebody attack them. Listen, these are trolls. Who's gonna sit by and let not one but 4 people surround you and you don't do nothing? Ain't nobody buying that. I didn't hear any Miranda rights. Come on with it. That's what I'm saying. And we Shedeur Sanders fans, and we be holding conversations over here like this. Once Karmelo Anthony is home, and this thing is dismissed. If you like football the way that a lot of people like football, because the NFL, they made over $13.8 billion last year, and they about to crumble. But if you want to come on here for some entertainment when the season starts and they start crumbling, come on over here to Tony Talks Vested Up, Compelling Sports Edge, and get down in the comments, and we're going to have fun. You know what? Common sense isn't coming anymore because Karmelo and right. God dang it. So you're right. What was he confessing for if Austin wasn't not even dead? Ray Johnson, you in the right place. Come on with it. Yes. Y'all are in the right place, y'all. I'm attracting the right people that uses common sense. Yes, they're trying to get in front of this, but it's too late. The judge is retired. I'm still looking for the official announcement. I can't find it. I'm hearing the rumors, but not the official. Man, y'all tearing it up in the comments here. I'm about to go radio style. Pink, blue, and they didn't call Karmelo. Right? They didn't even call Karmelo parents. I'm hearing from Chris King that somebody had to call the mother and say, hey, we hearing that it was an incident at the school. And she said that she was surprised that she didn't hear from Karmelo. So she went and did a Life 360, a GPS check at the phone. And that's when she realized that her baby was at jail. Yes. Because my thing is, if, what's her name? Megan Madcap, if she can call Hunter, who just had caused his brother was in part of his brother's dismisement, and she can say, oh, he's my other big baby, that means that we can call Karmelo Anthony his mama's baby too, because that's somebody's baby too, and we trying to get that baby home. We are trying to get that baby home. Let's see here. They said the defendant record called it. Actually, we could do. Oh my God, man. They said Mike Howard was given to them by Charleston. Oh. Well, whoever. I want to know. Oh. I'm going to play this. I'm going to let y'all go. But the comments are so good. I'm going to continue to do the comments. But do y'all know why the parents was not in the... And this to Charleston White. I'm glad you brought this Charleston White name up. This is why the parents was not in the courtroom. Let me go back to that video with Queen 081. This is why the parents was not in the room. I think it's here also. If it's not, I'll bring it back tomorrow. I want to keep you that long.
Please, God, that's my best friend. The paramedics are saying, come on, Austin, stay with me. But Cortez said that they use it as a tool themselves to cut open seatbelts.
So
Officer Riley said the same thing. He said it was a tool, and he said it's not illegal for him to have it.
So we need to start calling it a tool.
Right.
And I'm going to make sure I call it a tool. I was calling it a tool, but they was trying to make us believe that it was a knife in court, but it actually is a multi-tool.
Multi-tool.
That's actually what it is. Yeah. Yep. So everybody that's watching, let's stop calling this object a knife. Let's call it what it is. It's a multi-tool. So when people ask, well, why did he have a knife? He didn't have a knife. He had a multi-tool that's used for different purposes, which makes sense why a teenager would have that. Right? You know, yes, exactly. That makes sense on how you can sharpen your cleats and everything, exactly like what Queen said. So shout out to you, Gabe. Also, let's see. Shout out to Nisi, $2. Nisi said, was his parents in court for the sentence?
Here we go.
I would no, but Nick, wasn't you in there?
For sentencing, I ended up, remember I left after the verdict because I couldn't take him crying. But I do know, so they were not in the room for sentencing, but it wasn't because they didn't want to be. So they were taken by security to another location, and they didn't know what was going on because we were all kind of waiting. So they didn't know that court had started back, and they weren't able to get in after it started, but they were taken by security. They were taken to another location by security. Mm-hmm. So they weren't there, but they weren't there because they didn't want to be.
Thank you. And can I ask Nick next time? Can you? Because as soon as you came out,
I was through. I know. Thank you, Queen. I love you so much. I was tore up, y'all. I was tore up.
You was crying.
I had that ugly cry. I was crying. I had that ugly cry. I was grabbing my stomach like they do in Tyler Perry movies. I was like, why, Lord?
I cried on my couch. I cried too.
I dropped to my knees. But Kid, I would like, because we, like you said, we have to start humanizing them. Can you tell the people when they gave him the verdict what he did? That's what made me break down when she told me that. I was through.
What did he do, Nick Nack?
Yes.
Your phone is breaking up again, Nick Nack. We can't hear you. It's breaking up again, Nick Nack. Okay, she went on mute. Say something, Nick Nack. Say something.
Okay, I gotta push it away from me. Okay, so when they read the verdict that he was found guilty of murder. Can I say that on here? I'm used to talking on TikTok. I gotta censor.
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna tell y'all earlier. Yeah, YouTube is a little more word friendly. So yeah, we're talking about a murder case. So you can say it. Go ahead.
I can say it. Okay.
They got y'all on handcuffs in TikTok, don't they?
They do. I be correcting people. I be like, it's unalive, and they like, girl, we not on TikTok.
Shit, I say murder, kill, all kinds of stuff.
Okay. So he started. It was a minute, and I was sitting directly behind the Metcalf family.
Okay, so now she's about to tell you exactly that the verdict for Karmelo Anthony was given in 13 minutes. They only took 13 minutes to find him guilty. And now we know off that little funky video and no physical evidence. Hold on.
So at first I thought it was like maybe one of them crying, but then I caught eyes with most of them, like how much as I could. And they were mostly like smiling, like, happy. But I heard this this really loud cry. And where I was sitting, I could see his face. And I tell people all the time, I heard Karmelo cry before I heard him speak. And he was crying, wailing. And I could see him like turning to Michael Howard, just kind of doing his hands like this, like he didn't understand why. And he was just crying. He put his hands in his head, and he was just like, and it was like this cry that honestly, y'all, is still haunting me, and honestly, the motivation for me to keep fighting for him. Even though some of my family's mad at me, and it's like, respectfully, I get it. We're not going to always see eye to eye, but I know what I saw in that courtroom, and hearing him cry was just something that I really wish I never heard. It was a pain that I never wanted to hear from anyone.
And now when she said this about 5 days ago, we could hear what she described, but it didn't resonate. But now we know what Karmelo Anthony sounds like when he was wailing in that courtroom, and his parents couldn't even get back to him because the security guard had moved them out of that room because they knew that the verdict was going to come down in less than 1 hour than the instructed lunch period. They took 30 minutes to crucify this young man on no physical evidence, lying police records and witness statements, and a flawed, distorted video. Oh my gosh. In 2026, we have the technology to see any and everything that we want. That video was distorted on purpose. I don't know if it was the media forensics. I think it was the media forensics, because who else would have the knowledge to distort a video? Because he definitely has the knowledge to reverse distortion. Y'all, just hold on. Be patient. Allow the appeals attorney and the court of appeals to do their job. I want to hear something this week, but if I don't, I know that something is happening in the background, because we know that God is still alive, and oh my gosh. Okay, I need to go. I need to go. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I need to go. Thank you so much, viewers, investors. So until next time, y'all, something just dropped down in my spirit. Until next time, I'll see you next time, okay?